Oh, hello, and welcome back to Doomed, not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Daisy Walker, librarian. Joe Diamond, PI. Both of them, down on their luck, beaten but not broken, ready to continue investigating the strange mystery of Cyclopean foundations. Now, I mentioned two names there, which means, of course, I am joined today by the extra special guest star, the Crosshair.
Hi.
Hello, Crosshair. How are you?
I haven't spoken all day, but I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, good.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Do you have? Is it sort of like in? I'm gonna do a little cross promotion here. Is it sort of like that NPC from our Werewolf 5th campaign, where you can only speak every other day because you've made a deal with the spirit? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, except it's like once every 7 days.
Oh God. Oh no. Once every 7.
Oh,
Oh man, that's a. Hey, well maybe you got the good end of the bargain on that one. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I talk to myself. Keep myself happy.
Oh, keep yourself happy. This is an important thing. Mythodial, hello, good morning, question mark, welcome, whatever time of day it is for you, welcome to Doomed. I am, of course, joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
We are indeed doing this stream at a unusual time, but one I think that it's no bad thing. I typically stream in the evenings, Eastern time, because that's, better for me, because then I, like a lot of folks, I think I do my work during the day, then I have my fun at night. But this time, this evening is booked, so we've got our stream now, we've got Drew Crew at 3 o'clock Eastern. Everything's topsy-turvy, but in no bad way. It also means I can drink coffee, which is way back in the day when I was doing Doomed as recorded rather than live. I used to, Sunday mornings, putter into the office and record 2 sessions of Zoe and Dunwich back-to-back with coffee. It was wonderful. Wonderful times.
Yeah, with the Canadian view and everything.
Exactly. Delicious. The Canadian view of horrible death and destruction of in the game. I mean, specifically.
No. Usual Canadian thing outside your window, death and destruction.
Just death and destruction. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah. Don't look out there. It's fine. Well, at any rate, welcome back to Doomed. Of course, as we always do, we're going to do a little sum up of the story so far. We'll take a look at the scenario that we've got planned for today, and we'll see if there's anything else we need to do before we dive in and continue the story of Daisy and Joe. Crosshair, I usually do a little summary and then ask if I've forgotten anything. Would you like to tell me what's happened so far in the campaign? Or should I?
Well, I could. Like,
well then.
it's a pretty short story. Daisy got hired to find some artifacts, and then Joe came along, either by Daisy's call or otherwise just happened to be around. They found a boat, which led them to an auction with the O'Banion gang.
Mm-hmm.
And they won some auctions and found some information, and then went to Wycliffe's house and then got shot.
Well, hang on. I feel like there's something missing between they went to Wycliffe's house and got shot. Maybe? Is there anything missing?
Well, they were trying to find out more about what happened, found Wycliffe dead, and then Wycliffe had been investigating his partners in crime, quotation marks, because he didn't trust them or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then the bad guys came, and before they could get all the information, they ran out of the house and Like I said, shot.
Yeah, shot. Well, I mean, I was going to say shot at, but no, you're right. They were shot. Both Daisy and Joe suffered some damage at the hands of the TikTok men, aka this sort of like strange government cleanup crew that rushed in to deal with Wycliffe's mansion. I feel like in hindsight, Crosshair, I know we were talking at length about, last scenario being wild and frustrating and insane, and from a RNG perspective and from a, different perspectives. But I will say, like, I'm thinking about it from a story perspective. Daisy and Joe are investigating. They overcome some obstacles with the O'Banion gang. They do what they need to do. Then they go to find Wycliffe. And all of a sudden, it's this massive government conspiracy that they couldn't have predicted. They're getting shot at. They're getting run out of town. Like, it is wild.
Yeah.
It just feels like there's this huge conspiracy that's very dangerous that we didn't know about before. Ooh.
Oh, of course you get shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you get shot at. Exactly.
In game terms, we did really well in scenario 1 and 2, so the third one was kind of expected.
You gotta, if you're climbing the mountain, you gotta fall off the other side sometime. That's, if Skyrim taught me nothing else, it's that you must fall off the mountain at some point.
Option 3.
Whee! I just want to quickly jump into chat here, Methodial. I am really glad to hear that it's healing well. Breaks are, fortunately, I've never experienced one myself, but my understanding certainly is that the healing process can be very challenging and very non-linear, so I'm really glad to hear that it's healing up well, and I hope that you are able to return to full mobility soon. That's my hope.
Yep. Best recoveries.
Exactly. Best recoveries. Today on Doomed, then, now that we've got, thank you, Crosshair, for filling us in here on the campagne so far, the story so far. Today we are looking at Scenario 4 of Cyclopean Foundation. Scenario 4 is called Crumbling Masonry. Ooh. Which, I mean, I think is interesting. When Daisy and Joe were in Wycliffe's mansion in French Hill, his stonework was warped and strange and kind of provided these passages through time and space. Very strange stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot to mention the whole non-Euclidean thing that's been going on.
Well, that's probably the conspiracy that the TikTok men are trying to cover up, right? We don't know what it is, but it's actually weird. It's in the sense that my last Doomed campaign, the solo one with Charlie Kane, the politician, also dealt with a worldwide conspiracy to do with some sort of thing that could warp space and time. It's all very linked, I think, in the Doomed verse.
Somebody in Arkham messed up.
Yes. And why is it one of the witches?
Yeah. Well, we can't blame Agnes for everything.
No, I suppose not. Although I would love to see what she's been getting up to.
Actually, we shouldn't blame Agnes. That's the key word.
No, yes, that's correct. Yes, because then she will come for you. Methodial, if I need a RoboCop of any kind, I will call you, and I look forward to doing so. So I'll read the intro, and then we'll look at we'll do the setup, act and agenda and act, and then we'll, draw our opening hands. We'll do the usual, see where we're at. Joe and Daisy, grazed by bullets, shot at, hopefully have recovered somewhat. Go on, quietly. God. Very good. Okay.
You have 5 seconds to comply.
You have 5 seconds. Oh my god. That's so good. I started doing it in Arnold's voice for some reason. I don't know why. That's like, I know it's wrong, but it just felt right. Scenario 4. Crumbling Masonry. You sleep the morning through to make up for the eventful night. Eventful. Murderous. But even in daytime, your dreams are plagued by monolithic vistas and dissonant words that you cannot recognize. A vision flashes through your head of a hellish being with piercing eyes, and your body jolts awake before you can fully observe the horror. Your heartbeat gradually slows, and you wipe away cold sweat from your brow. Only action can stop this insidious madness. Hell yeah, Daisy and Joe. Your next destination is wherever Wycliffe's former associates meet, but to know that, you must know more about Wycliffe himself. As he only moved to Arkham recently, the city archives and historical society are unlikely to have any information about his past, and his only mention in the papers comes from the expedition articles. You sit in silent thought at the table until a ray of midday sun reflects up at you. Wycliffe's silver ring. Daisy, of course, believes that it belongs in a museum. Sits on the table where you left it this morning. You lift the ring and inspect it more closely, noting the occult symbols and the Latin inscription. The imagery on the ring begins to connect to Wycliffe's profession. Was he a Freemason? The Masonic Brotherhoods are well known for their secrecy and penchant for symbolism. What's more, tall tales of the Freemasons ruling the world from behind the scenes have been told almost as long as the organization has existed. You try to wave away the superstition, but the pieces fit too well to fully discount. The enemy is well supplied, well prepared, widespread, secretive, and above all else, intelligent. Freemasons are all of these things, and have the exact skill set required to shape the warped stone that you encountered several times last night. Certain as it may seem, a problem arises. If Wycliffe was a Freemason, he would have been so for most of his life, but he only discovered this plot some weeks ago. The entirety of the Freemasons can't be behind this conspiracy, but rather select members who have infiltrated their brotherhood. You rush through food and preparations, leaving for the North Side train station at once. Wycliffe came from Pennsylvania, as the paper stated, which happens to be the home of the oldest and largest Masonic order in the country. The conspirators will be at the Grand Lodge in Philadelphia. Ooh. With the distance you have to cover, it is well after sunset when you arrive at West Philadelphia Station. From there, it's only a short walk to the Masonic Temple. It looms above Broad Street like a Gothic cathedral, but lights shine from inside, the very picture of tranquility to the outside world. The task of exposing the traitors will not be simple, especially as you are a complete outsider, but the stakes are paramount. These traitors hold all the secrets of the conspiracy. Through them, you may at last discover just why the distorting stone is so important and how they intend to use it. Ooh, very cool.
So you could say that Wycliffe was West Philadelphia born, probably raised.
Probably raised. He may have even, because he was a child, have, hung out at the playground where he spent most of his days. I think the people who wrote this campaign knew exactly what they were doing. Well, this is it, Methodiel. So, I personally don't know much about the Freemasons beyond the fact that they are stereotypically known as sort of a relatively public organization, but behind the scenes are believed to be quite secretive. Like, they're stoneworkers, but they have huge influence, a lot of money, they run the world, yada yada. There's a Masonic temple in Montreal as well, which, interestingly enough, has been rented out many times, including for things like vampire and Cthulhu LARPs, which I think is very funny, personally. But I look forward to learning more about the Freemasons in this completely true, not at all fictional scenario. That's my hope. Okay. So Daisy and Joe hop on the train, rush off to Philadelphia to infiltrate, the Masonic temple there. They're hoping to find the conspirators of, the conspirators who are shaping this warped stone and doing something, and I guess killed Wycliffe.
Probably.
Probably. All right. So, set up, we gather the cards from the various sets. Check the campaign log. If you have 7 or more notice, also gather the cards from the countermeasures encounter set, blah, blah, blah. Let's have a look at our notice. 6. Not quite enough notice for some countermeasures. So that's okay. That's good. So no countermeasures, at least.
Cultists alive and cultists killed also there, so interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Set the Cult of Cthulhu encounter set aside out of play. Okay. Create the traitor deck. Ooh. This is done by randomly taking 3 of the 6 traitors and shuffling them together. Remove the other 3 from the game. I am going to do that. Crosshair, it's over here, yeah. Unless you would like to do so.
No.
All right. I'm going to just do this. There we go. So here's the traitor deck. I'll leave it out just so we know where it is. Put the various locations into play. We begin at Broad Street entrance. Makes sense. Put Luther Lynch into play. He's there. Shuffle the 6 Freemason assets and randomly place 1 at each of Temple Offices, Grand Banqueting Hall, Oriental Hall, Masonic Temple, blah, blah, blah. So, there's 6 assets. There they are. If you'd like to place them for me, Crosshair, I'll read off the locations. I think, well, we'll see. 1 needs to be placed at the Temple Offices. 1 at the Grand Banqueting Hall.
Wait.
Yep.
So I'm gonna shuffle, and then when you read, I'll just place them.
Okay, great, I see. Temple Offices.
Okay.
Okay. The Grand Banqueting Hall.
There we go.
Okay. This one I don't love, but it's called the Oriental Hall. I assume that's a real place in the Freemason Temple.
Oh?
The Masonic Library and Museum, which is 1 location, apparently.
Ooh.
Number 5 is the Corinthian Hall. And finally, the Renaissance Hall.
Corinthians, eh?
Yes. Look at these guys. Okay, cool. So, oh, hey. I didn't... Where'd these chess pieces come from?
Oh. No idea.
Just appearing magically. I love it. So I guess we'll have to look at these guys at some point. I believe the locations that they're on all have the same text. The locations have the text. If it is Act 1, we cannot enter that location. So I don't think we're meant to be able to interact with these people yet, which makes sense. We're outside. Hey, Freemason plot. Yeah, the chess pieces? I bet. Okay. We're almost done. Check the campaign log. If you have between 4 and 6 notice, shuffle marked, brackets, definite threat, into the encounter deck. Remove all other copies of marked from the game. So there's different versions of a treachery called marked. There's possible threat, what did I just say? Possible threat, definite threat, and priority threat. So the ones in the middle are the ones for us, because I already looked at that deck, I guess. And those get removed from the game. Whoop. So I'm throwing them in there. No countermeasures. This is good. I mean, I presume. We've seen countermeasures before. It's kind of annoying. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards together to build the deck. And that's it for this page. Guess that's it.
Not read.
Do not read. Okay.
You are now ready to begin.
Whee! Well, I am excited. Look at all these old white dudes. Look at all these old dudes. These are assets, of course, in the Masonic Temple itself. We're starting out at the Broad Street entrance, and there's Luther Lynch is in play at the Grand Staircase. Should we read the agenda and the act first, Crosshair, or should we, look at all the stuff on the board first, do you think?
It's pretty simple, the people, so let's go with the agenda and act.
Let's do it. What the hell? This is Agenda 3A. There we go. What the hell? Why was that? It's weird. Agenda 3A was on top.
Oh.
So, alright. Whatever. Agenda 1A. It always starts with Agenda 1 unless otherwise noted. Cracks in the keystone. Even knowing the evil that lurks within the Grand Lodge. The Lodge. There is a foreboding atmosphere the moment you approach the doors. Something more arcane than hitmen and cover-ups is lurking inside. It's got 5 Doom, threshold. And there's a forced effect here. When a traitor enemy would leave play without being defeated, move all Doom on that enemy to the current agenda. So if there are traitors in play with Doom on them, and then if they're defeated, the Doom is discarded, as per usual. But if they would leave play without being defeated somehow, then the Doom on them moves to the agenda as they advance their plots, I guess. Okay. Act 1A, the Tyler of the Grand Lodge. Who is Tyler? An older man with a powerful frame stands just inside the entrance to the temple, glaring at you suspiciously, unsurprisingly. He holds a sword in front of him, in a ceremonial fashion, but he looks like he wouldn't hesitate to use it. One way or another, you won't gain entry to the temple without dealing with him first. Objective: if you have taken a parlay action on Luther Lynch, advance. Or, objective, if Luther Lynch is defeated, advance. So I guess we got to deal with Luther Lynch in some way. Gonna go ahead and save really quick. And then I suppose we should probably look at this Luther Lynch guy, the Tyler of the Grand Lodge. So he's standing just inside with a big old sword. Ceremonial, but, you know, looking threatening. Luther Lynch is a 3/2/3 elite Freemason, but he gets +1 health per investigator, so he's a 3/4/3. He has alert, which means if we attempt to evade him and fail, he attacks us. He has 2 actions on him and a victory point, which is quite nice. Action: spend 2 clues as a group. Parlay: you show him evidence of the infiltration here at the Grand Lodge. So, action: spend 2 clues, doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. Parlay, then we advance the act. Or, action: in your campaign log, if the investigators know the full story. Parlay, you explain the entire situation. I'm pretty sure we don't know the full story. I'm just checking the campaign, but nope. All right.
We only know 4/5 of the story.
That's right. 4/5 of the story. That's right. That's 80%. That's like a good grade, right? So we have 2 options to advance the act. Either we defeat him, aka kill the guy. He's got 4 health. Or spend 2 clues as a group as an action on his location to parlay with him to show him the infiltration at the Grand Lodge. Those are the choices we have. Once he's dealt with, the act will advance, and I believe we'll be able to enter the rest of the Grand Masonic Lodge, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I've seen grander.
Well, each of these is like a full hall, right? Yeah, no, I suppose you're right. I've seen great Daisy. Daisy's like, this is nothing compared to the Arkham Museum, the Arkham Library, the Miskatonic Museum Library. Jeez, Scott. I'm just looking at the assets really quickly. They all seem to have text on them that do negative things, but they're assets, not enemies, so they don't attack or anything.
Yeah.
But they seem to do stuff to people at their location.
Yeah. It's basically a plus negative thing to all locations,
Okay.
so
Classic.
we can look at them when we get there.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. Damn, Methodiel. 4 out of 5 was a C. What the hell? What the hell did you have to get for an A? 5 out of 5's gone. Oh, okay. Well...
How did you get a B?
Excuse me. Say again?
How did you get a B?
4.5, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so.
God damn it. Okay. We know what we're doing. We're in Philadelphia. We're trying to bust into the Masonic Lodge. Will Daisy and Joe attempt to take this guy down? Will they attempt to talk to him? How will they find the conspirators in the Masonic Lodge? I think it's time we find out, Crosshair. We know what we need to do. Joe's got to gear up. So, we need to draw our opening hands. Let's do that. I'll reveal my hunch deck, and then I would say let's get doomed.
Let's get doomed.
Let's get doomed. Pow! I absolutely despise this opening hand. Here it goes. Everything's leaving. Goodbye. I don't want any of this. No, I actually don't want any of that. Pow. Well, now that's a mulligan.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. Woo! That's a spicy mulligan. Oh boy, okay. He is excited.
Okay, let's go with that.
Come on! Come on, Daisy.
Well, I have a plan.
Okay, that's a good thing to have. I'll also note, of course, for those interested, the special symbols in the bag. They usually have special, things on them, special values. The skulls are -X, as they often are, where X is equal to 4 minus the number of cards in the traitor deck. There's currently 3 cards in the traitor deck, so skulls are -1. No big deal for now. The cultists are -2, but they're -4 instead if there's a traitor enemy in play. So it behooves us to clean up those traitor enemies ASAP. Behooves, exactly. And then the tablets are -2. If this test fails, place a doom on the furthest conspirator or cultist enemy from you. But only, quote-unquote, -2. And then the elder things, I believe we have none, but they're -3. If you have an encounter card in your hand, take a horror.
Yeah, our bag is really horrible.
Ugh. Yikes. Well, if you're 2 up on a test, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. If. Okay, we know what we need to do. Let us reveal the Broad Street entrance. Mia Sand, hello! Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by special guest, the Crosshair.
Hi.
We're just about to have Daisy, the librarian, and Joe, the PI, bust into the Masonic Temple in Philadelphia. We'll have to see how it goes. Okay, Broad Street entrance. The grand Gothic entrance of the Masonic Temple boasts of a long architectural legacy. Surprise, surprise. 150 years of skill and experience went towards its construction, and it has stood proudly for over 50 more. The temple is often open for guided tours, but only when the Freemasons aren't occupied with their own internal matters. You doubt that this is one of those times. And of course, our favorite thing in the world. Well, this Broad Street entrance is a 3-shroud, 2-clue location, and it says action, resign! This proved to be too much to handle all at once.
Yeah, I don't think we ever resigned. Oh, no, you did in the space episode. When,
I did. I got the heck out of there, and I think I got blown up by the sun or whatever. Whatever the fuck happened.
Caroline jumped into a bottomless pit and you flew off in an escape pod. But I think that's the only time we've actually resigned.
It sounds about right. It's although if I recall correctly, that was a sweet scenario because you had some sort of card that said like, if you die, don't die, do something else instead. Like I don't remember what it was exactly, but
yeah.
Oh. Okay, so here we are. I've revealed the top card of my hunch deck. I don't have an action to play it, so it's not going to matter. The question that I have, Crosshair, is I need to gear up, which will take some time for reasons that will become obvious. Would you like me to start that process, or would you like to start your turn?
Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to go right ahead and backpack and segment of Onyx first. So, Joe, naturally, on his trip to Philadelphia, has, packed a number of tools and things that he might need. Let's go ahead and search the top 12 cards for 3 non-weakness items or supplies. Attach them up to 3? Up to 3. So I can choose to not. I'm not sure why I would. 1, 2, fuck yeah. Oh boy, oh yeah, oh baby, that's 3. Shuffle. I'm going to go right ahead and play them out. His Colts, this costs 3 resources because I'm gearing up. This is, of course, Joe's his special 1911 Colts that he has been carrying around with him for a long time. He considers them to be sort of lucky. But speaking of lucky, the other thing that he has is these segments of black stone, jet black onyx, which assembled themselves into a beautiful pendant before, which I think I'm going to just go ahead and assemble, because I don't know why I wouldn't. It has 3 charges on it. So backpack is discarded. And charges. This mysterious pendant is something that he's brought with him. It managed to sort of slow and freeze time back at Wycliffe's house, which was not enough, of course, but it was something, at least. I'm going to go ahead and backpack again, because this has been an incredible kind of draw. I'm going to need 1 resource. This feels important. This feels important. And I think that's all I'm going to do. The Colts, I should mention, are Joe's special unique asset. They allow him to fight, deal extra damage when fighting. It allows him to move insight cards back to his hunch deck, but it also says up to 2 tool assets you control do not take hand slots, which is what I'm about to play. A magnifying glass and some dissection tools. The backpack is empty and gets discarded. And bandolier comes out as well. The bandolier is Joe's kind of, basically he's strapped himself with as much weaponry as he can handle. No explosives. He doesn't want to cause too much damage to the Masonic Temple. But this dude is kitted out. He's got his tools for dissecting any strange enemies he comes across. He's got his strange necklace assembled again, which seems to be thrumming with arcane power. Mag glass, Colts, and the bandolier, which says you have 2 additional hand slots, which can only be used to hold weapons. While you have weapons held in 2 or more hand slots, you get +1 willpower, which I will take. Thank you for your patience, Crosshair. I am done gearing up. I'm not unhappy with how that went.
Yeah, while Daisy waits for Joe to go through 2 backpacks instead of like
absolutely just going through everything that he's brought with him. He's like guns, mag glass, dissection. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and Daisy just takes a moment to read one of her books.
Huh. It's a good thing to read.
The Scroll of Prophecies, actually. Well, it's kind of a book.
No, it's a tome. Sure.
And as a free action, she's just gonna go through it.
Yeah, good thing to do. Looking for something.
Oh, right, this doesn't exhaust. But yeah. So, Daisy's gonna read through the Scroll of Prophecies to see if she can figure out this mumbo thing that's hanging over this place. Yeah, draw 3 cards and discard a card. Oh, okay.
You're right, of course. Daisy can continue to just read and prophesize from her scroll and see if anything kind of arrives. Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna do a second reading.
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, like, if you can draw that many cards, I say why not? Woo! Now that's a hand.
Yeah. Choose an investigator at your location. That investigator draws 3 cards, then discards 1 card from their hand. But of course,
natch.
She, oh, that's where I put it.
Right. But yeah.
Between the pages of the Scroll of Prophecies, there's the Necronomicon.
which, like, you know, calls to her and all of this, right? I feel.
And I have to discard a card as well.
Can be any, I believe. Yeah, just one card from their hand.
Yeah.
It's the problem with having a lot of things that you love, Daisy. It's the problem with having things in a museum. You don't want to get rid of anything.
Yeah.
Joe and Daisy are both well, I'm not going to say they're hoarders, but, you know, they both have a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna go down to 7 cards. I have to count like, how many cards do I have?
Yeah, of course. Because, yes, that's right, for those watching. In the upkeep phase, draw a card, gain a resource, then you discard down to your maximum hand size, usually 8, sometimes more. Or less.
Let's throw preposterous sketches away.
No sketch in the temple.
I should start getting those clues.
If we want to parlay with Luther Lynch, we'll need them, it would appear, yeah.
Yeah. Or I could start get rid of this Necronomicon straight away, but no need right now. Yeah, I'm gonna just try the 3 on 5. I'm 2 up, so...
Yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Daisy can get a whole bunch of evidence here. Hey, Methodiel, a pocket is just a temporary museum. It's on its way to a museum, you know? Oh, very nice. Very nice,
that's
Daisy.
One. Okay. I'm starting to piece together why there might be some activity here. And that's me.
Okay. Having consulted her scroll of prophecies, found, once again, the call of the Necronomicon, but Daisy is indeed starting to piece together what is necessary for their involvement. In the enemy phase, Luther Lynch does not hunt, so he stays proudly at the gates, and we go to... Oh, my scene of the crime goes back, and we go to upkeep. Ooh. No bad thing.
So I have to throw logical reasoning points.
By logical reasoning.
That's actually fine.
Oh, okay.
I don't
That's good then.
need it.
You go to 1 out of 5 Doom. Lead investigator. Sorry, I realize we have talked about this. Joe was the one leading the charge into he was the one leading the charge in Wycliffe's home. But I wonder if Daisy's the one who has... I mean, she's a librarian. She would have knowledge of history about the Masonic Temple.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say go for it. I like to switch it up anyway.
okay. Corner the rat. Let's see what... it's tactic.
Tactic!
So,
That's so good.
Revelation attach cornered rat to a cultist enemy in play. Limit 1 copy of cornered rat per enemy. If there are no cultist enemies in play without a copy of cornered rat attached, cornered rat gains surge. Okay, so nothing happens.
Correct, it surges. There are no cultists in play as of yet, although we can make a pretty good play for the fact that it might.
But the dimensions are folding once again. It's good old Johansson who swears he was swallowed up by an angle. Oh. Oh. If you fail by 2 or more, draw each weakness discarded. Yeah. So, well, that's a test I'm just gonna do.
I have 1 icon?
No need.
No, you don't think it's necessary to...
Nah.
Alright.
I'll just succeed in 2 against 3. Yeah.
There is a +1 in the bag.
Yeah, so let's draw it.
Not this time.
Nope.
Okay.
That's -2, so I fail by 3.
Okay.
Discard top 3 cards of your deck and take 1 damage.
Thankfully, at least not 1 per point or whatever, so that's good.
But yeah, I'm gonna deny the damage anyway.
Aha! Very good. That's good, for sure.
So 3 cards.
Dream Diary.
Bye, Dream Diary.
Dear. Ooh!
It
swallows up his ring! Horrible.
And the
That
Terminus.
would have been nice.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. The
So
geometry.
Daisy struggles with the geometry a bit.
Trying to pull her away here. Similarly, I think we've seen this as well. This is the Masonic temple itself seems to be shifting before Joe's very eyes, and he wonders if this is just residual, physical trauma from getting shot at. But we'll see. Test willpower 3. If you fail, take a horror, put it into play in your threat area. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 2. I don't really care. I'm testing 3 to 3, which is not good. And I'd rather not take a horror, but I don't have any other boosts, so I'm just going to take this test.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to throw in that.
Okay. Well, then let's go! Okay. Good thing you didn't throw anything in. So I take a horror. The impossible perspective is reducing my maximum hand size by 2. No big deal. We're back around to the investigation phase, where I will reveal the top card of my hunch deck, which is a shortcut. So I can move someone, during my turn, I can fast move someone into, well, it would have to be into the grand staircase. But that might be nice, we'll see.
I do need the other clue, because then I can parlay, or we need the other clue, but should we see first?
Yeah, because I have a feeling like you're still perhaps on the hunt for something.
Yeah. So this is just gonna keep reading.
Yeah, for sure.
The answers have to be somewhere in here. So we're gonna use
The answers. The answers, she says.
Yeah, like how to open the door.
How do I get past this guy? Have you tried talking to him? Shut up, I'm reading a scroll of prophecies.
Draw 3 cards and discard 1.
Oh man, I know one of the cards that's in your deck that you haven't had a chance to play yet, which is I hope you hit it on a scroll of prophecies draw. That would be very nice.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna read again.
Why not? It doesn't.
Let's draw everything.
Yeah, why not? It doesn't die when it's out of secrets, so it just stays, and that's cool. Quick cue, you've drawn 12 cards with Scroll of Prophecies? Plus and 1 upkeep? Ludicrous. Look at this. Whee!
Then...
Oh no, 14 because of the upkeep, I guess. Oh, damn.
Daisy might not have found the answers she was looking for, but she's solving the quantum paradox of it all.
Yeah, the strange geometry, the dimensional fold, the perspective, like something about this temple is being warped, and I feel like she's, solving the math of it somehow.
Yeah, let's discard that one. Connect the dots. Two more. Curiosity.
By curiosity. You're allowed to be curious about quantum paradoxes. That's fine.
Yeah, let's throw power word away also. And And while she's reading, there's an old man shuffling like, "Oh, I think you forgot me at the train station."
Remind me why we brought this guy along?
It's a research librarian. So, enter play, search your deck for a tome asset and add it to your hand.
Lovely.
How can I find old tomes?
Fortunately, it doesn't
can't.
search by keyword, which is kind of crappy.
Yeah.
You'll have to... I mean, I can pull up your deck on ArkhamDB if you want, so I can tell you what all the tomes are, if that helps.
No need.
Okay, because I guess I'd also be spoiling it. Audio Gunner, morning, hello, welcome to Doomed, wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
I'll get you up to speed while the research librarian is bringing a book to Daisy, as you do.
Yeah.
Daisy and Joe, after having been whooped back at Wycliffe's manor in the French Hill in Arkham, the massive conspiracy sort of threatened to undo them. They managed to escape. They've realized that because of his ring, because of other clues, that probably the conspirators behind this conspirators behind the plot that they're trying to uncover are Freemasons. The largest Masonic temple in the U.S. at this time is in Philadelphia, where Wycliffe was originally from, James Wycliffe. So they've hopped a train, and they're now here staring down the entrance of the Masonic temple, trying to find their way in. Joe's basically been gearing up everything that he needs. Daisy's also been looking for, some things. She's been consulting her scroll of prophecies to find what she needs.
Yeah, and bit of the Necronomicon, something she's looking for but hasn't found it yet.
Right.
I would also like to say that I started the game with a 50 card deck.
5-0.
I'm now, after 2 turns, I'm now down to 27.
That's Upkeep drew you 2. You drew 5 to start, and you Scroll of Prophecy to 12. I mean, it's just ludicrous. Oh, and Research Librarian drew you 1 as well, which is just insane. I love it. I think this is, seekers to me are they're seekers of knowledge, and this is Daisy seeking knowledge as fast as possible.
Yeah, drew 23 cards, and my hand size is still 6.
It's wild. Now, Joe has a turn here, and he's got a shortcut available. If I grab this clue, I could go in and parlay with Luther Lynch.
It's spend clues as a group, not at this location. Yeah, true.
Do you think that that's a good idea, or should we give it another round to make sure that we have everything we need?
That's good. I think we're on a schedule here.
Yeah, I'm pretty set up, as it were, so I feel okay to try it. Do I need to draw or anything? I don't think so. Let's just do it. I have a magnifying glass, so I'm at a 5 investigating as well, so I will... Ooh, Methodiel's saying, because the Freemasons are notoriously secretive, and our protagonists don't know which end of a trowel is the business end. This is very difficult. It's true. Look, neither of us are construction workers, okay? Masons. Come on. We're seekers of truth, Methodiel, okay? And we're going to find it.
Only Masonry, Daisy knows, is Perry Mason.
Good. Very good. Joe is going to, now that he's kind of got everything that he needs for the assault, and then he looks around, investigation of the Freemason temple, he's going to see if they can get all of their notes in order so he can go and try speaking to this guard at the entrance. So I'm 5-3 investigating. Wow. That is annoying. Okay. I still have enough actions, so I'm going to do it again. 5-3. Okay, look.
Well, luckily I didn't throw anything into that.
What is this garbage, man? Come on. I'm not going to use a pendant charge to get a clue here. Come on, man. It's not even worth it, because now I could get the clue and shortcut, but I don't have the action to spend, so... I could pendant for a free clue, shortcut in, and, but that just... I don't know. Oh, well, maybe. Oh, no. The pendant automatically evades enemies. I feel like that's pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah, and pendant is a one-time use, so it doesn't... The segments don't go back.
No, that's right. That's right. If this card has no charges, remove it from the game. So if I had a way of adding charges to charging up the pendant, that would be great, but I do not. So it feels kind of bad. I could just...
We can wait.
Yeah, we can wait, right? I could draw a card. I could take a resource. I could just try to get this clue anyway. Is it... just, if you can answer this question, Crosshare, is it worth me waiting to get this clue based on what you have in your hand?
Not at the moment.
All right.
Like, you can get it
at
the moment.
May as well. We should have it, right? May as well. So I will try one more time, game, to go 5-3. Thank you very much. I'll take the clue. Man, I've just spent a whole fucking turn on this. Thanks a lot. I'm not going to use shortcut, because I don't want anyone to go and get the business end of Luther Lynch's sword. So it goes back in. This takes us to enemy phase again. Luther Lynch continues to stare down the two strangers who are sort of squabbling amongst themselves, studying and trying to read their books. But this takes us to upkeep. There we go.
Let's throw preposterous sketches away. No drawing this time.
No more drawing. Well, I mean, no more drawing, yeah. We go to the mythos phase. 2 out of 5 doom, as the Freemasons do whatever they're doing inside their lodge. Ooh, it could be anything. We draw our encounter cards.
Here comes damage.
I hope not.
Oh.
Ooh.
Insular suspects. Lodge officers do not appreciate your presence, nor your prying into their secrets. I'm just out here reading a book.
Yeah, what do you mean prying into their secrets? Come on, man.
Insular suspects into play next to the agenda deck. As an additional cost to investigate, play a card that discovers clues or activate an ability or effect that discovers clues. Spend 1 resource. Action, wow. If there is a Freemason story asset at your location, parlay, test, blah blah. If you succeed, discard insular suspects. Well, okay. Investigations cost 1 more.
Investigations, anything that gets clues for free, you have to spend a resource to do that. This would be a good thing to get rid of for sure, but we'll see how it goes, I suppose. They are indeed inside, right? They're sort of insular. Joe is still dealing, however, with... oh, no. Oh, this is bad. I'm going to have to deal with this. Well, let's see. Warped stonework. If there's no... blah, blah, blah. Right, attach it to your location. It gains non-Euclidean. Instead, take a damage or a horror and move directly to a location that is not connected to the attached location. Choose and discard a card from your hand. I will point out, all of the other locations say you cannot enter them.
This is interesting.
Very, because and cannot is a priority in Arkham. You can't, if you can't do something, you can't do something. So
it's an instead. So because there's only one option for a movement. Mm-hmm. I don't think that applies.
Yeah, I think I'm wondering if it just is. So we try to leave the location. It's non-Euclidean. which fires, we take a damage or a horror, and we move directly to a location that is not connected. We can't do that second part, but we can still fulfill the first part. I can also just get rid of it.
Basically, Broad Street isn't connected to Broad Street. Technically.
Okay.
I mean, that would mean that you can't leave the location, but...
Yes, that's exactly right. Like, that's the issue. Although, maybe that is how it's meant to be played, so that you have to get rid of the warped stonework.
Mm.
That seems... I mean, I kind of just want to get rid of it anyway, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I'll have cards to do it, so...
Okay.
I'm not sure I'll be leaving this place still, so...
Okay. Suffice it to say, I think, as Daisy is sort of figuring out her secrets of the universe and recognizing that the conspiracy runs deep, Joe is still dealing with the shifting perspective of the temple itself and how things are shifting around him.
Remember to look at the stone walls in a 90-degree angle. That'll help.
He's trying to. I'm trying to do it. Okay. Now, we're back around to us. No one's dead yet. This is good. I have the shortcut out again, which is nice.
Okay, then I think I'll start. So
okay, cool.
I'll get rid of the stonework in a moment. But first, Daisy basically hands the research librarian the scroll of prophecies. No, this isn't any help. Give me that book.
Give me that one instead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the research librarian gives her the occult lexicon.
Oh God.
Which shuffles the blood rights into the deck.
You get one of them in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You took it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Great, sorry.
That was action 1, and then action 2 is to play a blood right.
Hey.
Draw 2 cards, then I can discard up to 2 cards. To gain a resource.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna discard power word. And... discard encyclopedia as well to gain 2 resources.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use the free dome action to get rid of one of the Necronomicon. Just reading along.
Yep, just making sure that it's coming to you. That's right.
And as a last action would be the warped stonework. Choose and discard a card from your hand. Discard warped stonework.
Daisy is just rifling through the entire assembled knowledge of humanity here. Thanks, Daisy.
What do I discard? I think I need Arcane Enlightenment right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's discarded.
Great, thank you. The warped stonework has been unwarped by Daisy, or at least sort of so that Joe can grit his teeth and at least get through to Luther Lynch here. We have the clues. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to shortcut in there, and then I'll still have a full turn's worth of, well, almost a full turn's worth of actions. Joe is marching straight through now that Daisy's, kind of directed him in terms of how the stonework functions. The entrance to the temple takes the first opportunity to show off the architecture with an ornate staircase curling up both sides of an open foyer. The foyer gives all appearances of a quiet and stately institution, but it doesn't dispel the air of unease at all. There's a reaction here. It says, after you enter Grand Staircase, move to another copy of Grand Staircase, limit once per turn. I can't, because the other grand staircases, I can't move in there because it's still Act 1. But this will be available later in the game, I imagine. I haven't spent an action yet. Luther Lynch is not... well, whatever. I'm gonna spend the 2 clues to parlay.
Yeah,
Joe,
instead of your guns.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could just shoot him to death, I suppose. It just doesn't feel great. Joe is going to present his case as best he can to the Tyler of the Grand Lodge, knowing that if it doesn't work, at least he and Daisy can maybe take the fight to this guy. Okay, we've taken a parlay action on Luther Lynch, so we can advance to Act 1B. Into the Grand Lodge. If the investigators parlayed with Luther Lynch, something about the imposing man strikes you as being more principled than the assailants you've encountered. You show the man that you mean to help the Masonic Order and quickly explain some of the threats that you seek to prevent. He looks back to the temple interior in thought before he slowly nods and stands to let you pass. "It's my duty to defend the Grand Lodge from those who seek to do it harm," he finally utters. "And though you are uninitiated, you will help me perform this duty if I allow you to pass." Disengage Luther Lynch and flip him to his story asset side. Shuffle the set-aside Cult of Cthulhu encounter deck. Set into the encounter deck.
Oh, yay.
I'm gonna not look at these. I don't know what they do. Oh, they're shuffled in. Disengage him and flip him to his story asset side. Alright. Hiya! Ooh. Luther Lynch, in defense of the Order. He's an ally, he's a Freemason, a warden. Luther Lynch may be assigned damage and or horror dealt to any investigator at his location. At the start of the enemy phase, move Luther Lynch to any investigator's location. Investigators at any location may activate this ability.
Oh.
So before Hunter's Hunt, he can rush into whatever room you're in and get smacked in the head for you if you want.
A nice tank.
This is very good news, I think. I would say. Yeah, wow. Okay, this is great. Sorry, let's read Act 2A. Smoke 'em out. For the organization and resources these conspirators have, one or more of the Brotherhood officers must be the traitors. The 6 highest-ranking members are present tonight, performing various duties, which gives you a chance of catching them here and now. Free trigger. Spend 6 clues as a group. Woof. Draw the top card of the traitor deck and put it into play at the location of the story asset with the same name. Flip that story asset, resolve the text on the other side. Objective. If a traitor enemy leaves play, you must immediately advance. 6 clues will allow us to free trigger put a traitor into play, which seems to be what we want to do. I'm not sure what it means by if a traitor enemy leaves play, but, well, defeating it would, I guess, if it's an enemy.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Well... 6 clues. That's a lot.
Okay.
We're going to need clues, and specifically, this treachery here, the insular suspects, makes it cost money to investigate, get clues, whatever. So I think I'm going to try to get rid of that. And then I'm going to try to get somewhere which won't punish me too much, but maybe will let me start getting clues too.
Yeah, basically, you can talk with Luther Lynch to get rid of the officers of the lodge.
Mm-hmm. The lodge. I think that's good. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I'm going to end up in offices if I can. Temple offices. Because this guy, the Grand Master here, puts more clues on his location. That's okay, I think, early on. Maybe I'll... Also, I feel like Joe and Daisy would be like, straight to the Grand Master. You know? I have 3 actions, though. I'm going to... Oh, if there is a... Yeah, right. Sorry, yes. That's what you said, Crosshare. Thank you. If there is a Freemason story asset at your location, parlay, test, willpower or intellect 3. If you succeed, discard insular suspects. So I'm going to... I think... Bleh. What are my minuses? Not ideal.
Well, it's a 4-3.
Yeah, it's 4 to 3. It's not bad, actually, so I may as well just... I'll take it twice, and then I'll move to the temple offices, and hopefully I can clear it next turn if I have to. 4 to 3. Joe's going to try to convince Luther to help break up any... break up the suspects as they become available. -2. Fail. I'm going to try again. Not going to commit anything to this test. Actually, do I want this? I don't even know if I want this. I'm gonna commit an intellect icon to this test to go up one more. It's ironic because this would give me resources, but I think I'm mostly set up, so I think I'm okay. Yeah. 5 to 3 this time. Okay, pass. Which discards insular suspects. Joe manages to convince Luther even further to trust him and Daisy. And then last action, always a little tough that it's the last action, but we're doing it anyway. I'm going to move into temple offices. Among the general private meeting rooms, each of the senior lodge officers have their private offices on the first floor. Investigators at temple offices cannot play cards during the enemy phase or mythos phase? Okay. Most of the offices are unlocked right now, as the Freemasons still have business for the night and expected no prying eyes within their ranks. Ulysses Hill, the Grand Master. The Grand Master is the center of attention in all lodge matters, whether ceremonial, clerical, or otherwise. Gravitas like this could be an obstacle if he is a traitor. When Ulysses Hill location is revealed, place an additional 2 clues on that location. Thank you from the token bank. Thank you very much. So now it's a 3 shroud, 6 clue location. Joe's definitely got his work cut out for him here. But then I'm going to end my turn here.
Yeah.
Say again? Sorry, Crosshare?
Bit of investigating.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're going to have to clear this off. Because we need 6 clues to expose a traitor, right? So there's 6 right here, baby. Whether or not we decide to go for it. This brings us to the end of the investigator phase, which means we go to the enemy phase. Yeah, please, of course, absolutely. He may be assigned damage and or horror dealt to any investigator at his location. Okay, so not even from, it's not even necessarily enemy attacks. It's just any, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm a bit on the edge here. So.
Yeah, Daisy's hurt for sure, so having Luther as, like, a little bodyguard I don't think is a bad thing at all. And that takes us to the end of enemy phase. Joe is rifling through offices and lets Daisy know that she can enter now, and we go to upkeep. That's nice. That's good.
Ooh, I drew cryptic writings. Gain 3 resources, 4 resources instead if you have 10 or more cards. I don't.
But
3 resources is still.
Well,
I'm gonna discard higher education.
Okay.
That's how.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the 2 cards that I drew.
Right. The reaction on cryptic writings says after you draw it during your turn.
Oh, can I play this still?
You can. I think you can play it as an action. Like, it's not. I just don't think the reaction fires. Actually, which is not bad though, right? Because then you can control how many cards you have in hand or something.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna still throw higher education away. Yeah.
It's just so tragic that you drew so many, like, cards with the Scroll of Prophecies and it didn't want to come up then. The prophecies were not cryptic enough, I guess.
Yeah. Just you wait.
Just you wait, baby. The Mythos phase takes us to 3 out of 5 Doom on the first agenda. We know what we have to do. Expose traitors. But how?
Let's see what happens outside with Luther.
Yeah, Luther.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. I hate it.
Luther hasn't clearly talked to everyone, so...
No, well, of course the Freemasons are very, the insular, naturally.
I can talk to Luther about it.
That would be nice, I think. What's going to happen down in the offices? Ooh, rounding a corner. Ugh. An eldritch geometer. What the hell? Humanoid conspirator, cultist, sorcerer. 323. Spawns at any connecting location, empty if possible. While Eldritch Geometer is in play, reduce the modifier of each, oh my god, cultist, tablet, and elder thing by 1. So they -2s become -3s, etc. He spawns at a connecting empty location, which is the Grand Staircase. A mysterious man, humming to himself, tracing strange patterns on the floor of the stairwell. Joe is immediately alerted to his presence.
Well, that's not too bad of a turn.
No. Should we take our usual break, though, before we dive into this next round?
Oh, right, we are hour and 10 in.
Yeah, we've done pretty well, I think, so far.
Away.
Getting into the Freemasonry here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right back.
Yep, we're going to be right back, team. We'll see you back on Doomed in just a moment. Hello, welcome back to Doomed, not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Daisy Walker, the librarian, and Joe Diamond, the PI, are infiltrating Philadelphia's Masonic Lodge to see if they can get to the bottom of a conspiracy that has almost taken their lives. But hopefully will not today. At least that's my hope. Oh, excuse me. In terms of where we're at here in the scenario, Daisy and Joe kind of made sure that they had everything that they needed, or at least part of what they needed. Daisy's grappling with her draw to the Necronomicon, this strange book of mysteries and horror. Joe's managed to gear up quite nicely. They went inside and they persuaded Luther Lynch, the Tyler of the Order of the Masons, to come with them, basically, that he's sworn to protect the Masons. There it is. Welcome back, Crosshair.
Mm-hmm.
He's indeed sworn to protect the Masons as an institution, so if there are traitors within that can be uncovered, he will protect. Joe's made his way into the offices where Ulysses Hill, the Grand Master, is around. But now there's a strange geometer, someone who is, I don't know, drawing shapes on the floor in the stairwell. We're not quite sure why. Joe's gonna deal with this for sure. But we're back around. Crosshair, the question is, you mentioned that you had a thought for your turn. I have a thought for my turn. I don't know if one person needs to go first or not.
Well, the thing is, now that we have this tank around, I'm not in a hurry to heal myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not in that much hurry. I'm still in a hurry, but...
Not quite as much. That's true.
Yeah, I also can't enter the Grand Staircase right away because there's a geometer there, and I don't really have the tools to deal with it.
Thankfully,
But
Joe does. But, oh yes, you have a thought? Yeah. Sorry.
I could also do another boring round of sitting and reading.
Yeah, well, if you feel like insular suspects could be dealt with as well, I don't know if that figures into your turn, but that would be nice for me. Specifically.
Yeah, I definitely could, because the geometer isn't a hunter anyway.
Right.
It is a traitor, I think. No, it's not.
It's not. But he does reduce the modifier of cultists and tablets by 1, which makes them -3s, which I will update to reflect over here.
Yeah.
I certainly have no issue going first and just, punching the guy. If you'd prefer. No issue with that.
I'm thinking, because I have a couple of options here. If I play that, and I play that, then I won't have the time to... I could also get rid of that. Well, I'll start. I'll try to get something going here.
Okay.
So, first things first, let's just talk with Luther about getting rid of the rest of the lodge officers.
That would be lovely. Thanks, Luz.
Oh, parley. Well, 3 against 5 ain't bad.
I would agree.
Let's go for it. Cool. Minus the number of cards in the traitor deck, so that's 3, so that's -1. Yeah, that's a success then.
Hooray! Oh, TT, hello, welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
No more insular suspects. Luther's gonna beat him up.
Reaction, Necronomicon. Second action, Necronomicon.
Oh! Alright, Daisy.
Get rid of that.
Nice.
I know it's a bit boring, but...
Well, it's gotta get out of there. I feel it.
Yeah. And then... Now that I'm free again... Actually, yeah. The Necronomicon shifts and turns into Daisy's dream diary.
Ooh, that's fun.
The upgraded dream diary.
I mean, of course, she would scrawl her dream notes in the margins of the Necronomicon sometimes. That seems like
it's like summon the devil, so I dream about the museum again.
It's funny.
Well, it is dreams of a madman, so
naturally.
Or a mad woman.
Mad woman. The occult lexicon covered in sort of made out of blood next to the dreams of a madman really paints a picture of Daisy to me.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the upgraded one. So while you're engaged with an enemy, your essence of the dream gains question, which is already a question. So engaged, it's 4, and when your turn begins as a reaction, I can take it in my hand.
Exactly. Which is, pretty fab. So Daisy's dream essence is going to let her kind of work through all of the mysteries of the temple once per turn. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's me.
Nice. Thanks, Daisy.
Haven't left the entrance yet, but...
No, I think we're still not in a bad spot here. While while the suspects are no longer insular, while the lodge officers have gone here, I'm gonna work a hunch fast for 0. Just pick up a clue from this location, because the act says free trigger, spend 6 clues as a group. So the faster we get there, the more we can get that done. I think killing the geometer is probably a good thing to do.
Yeah, they can start working on the temple offices as well.
Yes, which seems very nice. Do I want to spend money here? I think I do. Action. I'm gonna put guard dog down. Joe doesn't have a dog. The German Shepherd that was following him around Arkham did not make it all the way to Philadelphia. Did it? A strange snuffling sound behind him as a dog that looks very similar to the one from Arkham comes in behind him. Joe raises an eyebrow, but decides not to question it too much. Second action, I'm going to move into the grand staircase. The strange geometer engages with me. Joe can hear someone kind of scrawling outside, and he, quirks his eyebrow at the man who seems to be drawing shapes on the ground. Reaction, after you enter Grand Staircase, move to another copy of Grand Staircase. It's not an action, and it's not a bold action, so it won't provoke attacks of opportunity. I'm going to do it. I think Joe's going to essentially... He's walked out into the lobby, and seeing the geometer up the stairwell somewhat, he's going to rush up and grab the guy and start dragging him up the stairs. Every inch of the staircase lets visitors know the status and ceremony its owners hold. It has the same reaction ability, so you can move downstairs for a reaction. But it says once per turn, so you can't run up and down the stairs. Masterfully painted portraits line the stairway, and yet another display of tradition and pedigree. Last action, we're going to try to dispose of this geometer. This is... I think Joe is absolutely ready to kind of deal with this guy. If anyone's painting symbols on the floor in here, that can't possibly be good. He's going to quickly reach into his bandolier, pull out one of his Colts, and try to shoot the guy. I have 4 combat, 5 with the Colts against his 3. It's not ideal, but it's the best I can do. So I'm going to go 5 to 3, trying to shoot the geometer. Protection from Kid Scott. What the hell?
Running up and down the stairs.
Oh, naturally, yeah. Whee! Let's try shooting him, shall we? The report of his Colt rings out as Joe manages to put a bullet neatly in the geometer's back, who slumps over, paint spilling down the stairwell. This defeats an enemy, so I may move an insight event to the bottom of my hunch deck, which I will. I'm going to take working a hunchback. Thank you very much. And that... thank you very much, Crosshare. Yes, the dissection tools go off here. It's a little gross, but I think Joe is just making sure that this guy is indeed human. He's lost it a little bit from all the strange geometry and perspective shifts, but there you have it.
Also, we decrease the value of the...
Yay!
Oh, no.
Yeah, the cultists and the tablets go back to -2s. Oh.
Ugh.
Oh, thank you. Lovely.
I guess this one as well.
It's already... Oh, I never changed it. That's my bad. It's a -3, but we don't have any in the bag anyway. That's kind of why I didn't bother.
Oh, frost token. Yeah.
-99.
Unnamed custom.
Ooh. It's fun. I like this token arranger. I think it's really cute. Yeah, go for... Oh. Nice. And that is Joe. So the geometer has been dealt with. Daisy has found the essence of her dream through the Necronomicon. This takes us to the enemy phase. We could move Luther Lynch. I don't think it's necessary. And there are no ready enemies.
Yeah, we are currently fine.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Fine-er,
exactly. We can go to upkeep then. Nice, good. Yes, Joe, yes. I think that'll be helpful. Question is where I go next.
Oh. Wait.
Hmm?
We don't have any of those. Screw that.
What is this? Oh, it's the warped idol, the hyperbolic carving.
Yeah. Like, we don't have any of those tokens, so...
Don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, the tablets we do. I think it's the elder things that we don't. The little weird,
Oh, that symbol means these tablet and...
The blue ones, yeah. I don't like it's they call it broken tablet, but like it doesn't really look like that to me. It kind of looks like a curved tentacle to me.
Oh, right. It means that one. Well, fine. -3 becomes -2. Fine.
I leave it to you as to, because I know that forced learning forces you to do something.
Yeah, but that's the worst card of the two.
Okay.
So.
Okay, cool. Then that brings us to the mythos phase. We go to 4 out of 5 Doom. Daisy is, of course, still outside, but is now ready to start doing her investigating, and Joe is on his way upstairs to try to see if he can hunt down any traitors.
Well, let's see how ready she is, but... Mad architect.
Ooh.
Well, he does look mad.
He really does.
Humanoid, conspirator, cultist, lunatic. 212. So not bad. Spawned as location connected to the most other locations without another mad architect. Aloof. Each location connected to mad architect's location gains non-Euclidean, place 1 doom on mad architects.
Whoa. Oh my god.
So
that's cool.
Oh, I guess it's here.
I think so. The location connected to the most other locations, and there aren't any other mad architects. That's fine. Oh no, aloof. That's annoying. Oh man, I missed that.
Or is it the Grand Banqueting Hall? No, it's the same.
Those are both the same, so I would choose that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then non-Euclidean means if we leave a location connected to him, he gets a doom. But we're in the end of this agenda, and I honestly want to deal with this guy anyway, so...
Yeah.
Joe can hear someone scuffling and giggling down the stairs as he turns around and looks. Oh no, but I also got the Eldritch Geometer, who spawns at any connecting location empty if possible. Now, I'm going to check whether empty includes story assets, because I actually don't know. I'm just going to check.
Also, does it mean revealed or unrevealed locations?
That is true as well. Empty if possible. An empty location is a location with no enemies or investigators. So, I have to spawn it at a connecting location. Doesn't say anything about revealed or unrevealed, so I would put it up here in one of the halls. Ugh. The
Corinthian Hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the Corinthian Hall because that's kind of where I wanted to go.
Ah, right.
Okay, I'll change the values of all the tokens. That's great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm not going into the Corinthian Hall with Paul Kellerman in there.
No, of course not. Paul Kellerman and Daisy go way back.
Yeah. Oh, I have all the icons are back.
Yeah.
Maybe update?
Oh, I clicked them. I moved the cultist and the tablet and the elder thing down one already.
Yeah, I just see like tokens next to my chaos marker, so...
Okay. Yeah, I guess hit update.
Yeah, that did it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Strange.
All the tokens next to the token manager go next to the chaos button.
Why?
Sometimes. So I just need to hit update now and then. So.
Okay, that's so strange. I wonder why. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I unfortunately won't be able to play this either, which is too bad, but that's okay. I'll leave it for next time. Let's see. So we're back around to the investigation phase. There's a geometer that needs to be dealt with, and there's a mad architect that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Moving would put doom on the architect, but at least that doesn't really matter because we're already at that time, so dealing with him's no bad thing.
Yeah, and aloof means that we have to engage it and then kill it.
Yeah.
Move,
Move, engage, kill. Yeah, that would be that's a whole turn, but probably an important one. Or not necessarily.
Yeah, I think Daisy might start.
Okay, go Daisy.
Doing
Go Daisy.
So, dream diary fires, essence of the dream comes to hand.
Woohoo!
And then Daisy just closes her book, diary and occult lexicon, and looks at Luther like, okay, come along now.
I've spent enough time reading. Time for action.
And walks into the grand staircase, seeing this mad architect. Her occult lexicon glows.
Ooh. Oh, hell yeah.
As a bloodlight fires.
Nice.
This kind of looks like Daisy. Daisy just walks in with a book and looks at the madman like, yes, go. Go away now.
Go away now.
Oh, draw 2 cards. And then I can discard a card, deal a damage or gain a resource. So I'm gonna discard logical reasoning. And essence of the dream.
Ooh. Yeah, if you're not going to use it this turn, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a resource, and the bloodlight makes the mad architect go.
What does he do exactly?
The mad architect just giggles as he fades into a mist of blood.
Oh my god. Horrible. Love that, though. Love that for you.
That was nice.
That was good. Very good, Daisy.
That's 2 of the bloodlights gone, so there's only 1 left.
Yeah, let's see. There's other locations that we have to explore. There's clues to get to try to find traitors, and I'm sure Daisy's got lovely... Oh, no, she's got her translated diary, at least. That's nice. Her dreams. They're making sense to her.
Yeah. I think I'm going to... This is boring for this round, but it really sets me up. It is just gonna give the research librarian her occult lexicon as she asks for her scroll of prophecies back.
Which he was holding already, right? So that
Yeah. And as my free action, I'm gonna spend 1.
And then I'll just remind you before you do that the blood rights have to leave the game. Just in case you don't have to, you won't draw 1 that way, and the ones in your discard pile will go as well.
Blood rite.
Blood
it was the
rite.
next card.
Well, see, there you go. And now you get to do something else.
Blood.
Look at that, wowzers! Absolutely wacky. Go Daisy!
Thank you. And then draw 3 cards, then discard a card.
Wild.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Discard a card.
Excuse me. Okay.
A very expensive soup thermos was left outside, I believe.
Damn. Well, they probably had a little bit on the train at least, so I'm sure maybe it'll still be warm when they come back out this way.
Sitting on the porch. That's me.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Oh, right, because you discarded a card. Okie dokie. Joe he's like observing from upstairs as he watches Daisy, basically walk in, hand a tome off, use a spell that basically mists a man at the bottom of the staircase, then turns around, hands that tome back to the research librarian, and starts reading another scroll. He kind of shakes his head like, this insane woman, what is she doing? But he hears additional scrawling coming from up the stairs and realizes that that is his next point of contact. So I'm going to move up to the Corinthian Hall, where Paul Kellerman, the Grand Secretary, sits. The Corinthian Hall is the Masons' attempt to bring the classical grandeur of Greece to Pennsylvania. 5 Shroud, 4 clues, Victory 1. As Greece is often cited as the birthplace of many branches of mathematics and sciences, it is a small wonder why the Freemasons would emulate its archaic style. So like I said, 5 Shroud, 4 clues. While you are investigating Corinthian Hall, for the purposes of counting icons committed to the skill test, combat icons count as matching, and intellect count as 2. So committing cards here is more effective, which is good.
Also, Victory 1.
Victory 1 as well. Not bad. We should maybe try to clear that as best we can. Paul Kellerman, the secretary. It is a simple matter for the Grand Secretary of the Lodge to control the flow of information. Is this a habit of professional secrecy or an action against you? Investigators at Paul Kellerman's location cannot draw more than 1 card during the investigator phase. Not great, he's controlling the flow of information, but there's something else that's important first. Another man holding, I don't know what they call those, like a sensor, I think, that sort of emits smoke, is, again, scrawling glyphs into the columns in this hall. Joe is just going to take special aim and try to destroy this guy straight out. Or should I use a Colt? I might just punch instead. What is he at? 3? Yeah, I'll try to shoot him with a bullet from the gun. Again, so Joe's Colts, I'm fighting at 5-3, and we're going to see if we can deal with this geometer. Damn, that's what I was worried about. It's -2, but it's in fact -3 because of the geometer. So, yeah, sorry.
-4 if there's a traitor enemy in play, but there's no traitor in play.
Right. But the -2s become...
Oh, right.
His power is basically that as Joe fires, somehow he watches his bullet head straight towards the man's back and then reappear on the other side of the column. How? Joe grits his teeth and then rushes towards the geometer, hoping to just, kill him instead. I'm not going to use a bullet here. I kind of want to save my bullets. I'm going to try to punch him. I have 4 combat still, and I'm going to use this vicious blow to make myself do 5-3 again. And, sorry, do I just punch him normally and use the dog? Yeah. Let's do it. I'm just going to punch, actually, sorry. It's not great. No, I'll use this vicious blow. I'm going to try to get it back at some point. Flower of August. Oh, sorry. Crosshare, yes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just greeting Flower of August. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello. Hi.
5! Hey, there we go. That's better. 5 to 3. 2 damage. Joe manages to slam the guy's head into the wall, and he crumples. Which is good. It does 2 damage. Kills the guy, thankfully. I put another evidence on the tools. Flower, where we're at here, I'll just give you a quick... Oh, and Weirdness is here too. Hello, Weirdness. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
I'll give us a little sum up here because we've reached the end of the investigation phase. Daisy and Joe have moved from Arkham to Pennsylvania. They've discovered, or they've figured, that the conspiracy probably runs within the Freemasons there. So they're at the Grand Masonic Lodge. So far, they've managed to convince the Tyler of the lodge, the gatekeeper, to join their quest to uncover the traitors. And they've been dealing with people who have been trying to inscribe glyphs and strange things in the lodge. Joe's up right now on the top floor in the Corinthian Hall. Daisy's right now in the main lobby at the staircase. And
finally.
Yeah.
Only took her like 5 turns to get...
Only took her 5 turns
one.
and 80% of her deck? 75%? Something like that.
Yeah, 35 cards.
Wild. Yes, Flower, yeah, I decided to do this because I'm not free tonight, but I did want to play some Doomed. That's what we decided. This takes us to the end of... Right, okay, so the end of the investigation phase. We go to the enemy phase. At the beginning of the enemy phase, Luther Lynch can move to any investigator's location. Feel free to... I think you can keep taking him, Crosshare. That's fine by me.
For now.
For now. And then upkeep. Just making sure... Paul Kellerman says I can't draw more than 1 card during the investigator phase. That's okay. Okay.
Now I have to throw something away, so it's gonna have to be... This is interesting, but Seleno Fragments goes away.
Bye. Bye, Seleno Fragments. We'll get it back.
I had a question of the upgraded cards like Dream Diary. Can I have a second Dream Diary out because they're different diaries?
Yeah, so normally... yes is the short answer. If it had a little star next to its name, that would indicate that it's unique, which means only 1 copy can be in play at a time. But you can absolutely have 2 different Dream Diaries. What doesn't change, though, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you only have 1 essence of the dream. Because I don't think you get a second essence. But,
well, that's the bonded cards thing.
Yes, that's right,
like, you could have 50 essence of the dream in your bonded cards, but that's not an issue for now.
Right, good point. But yeah, I don't think... I guess I could double check what the deal is, but I think that would just mean that your essence of the dream would gain extra wild icons depending on the various conditions being met, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that defeated an enemy. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember to do something here. Could do that. And that would have shuffled. Okay, this brings us to Mythos phase. Weirdness was playing Exalted. Ooh, I see. It's a different kind of essence of the dream, indeed. We go to 5 out of 5 Doom, which means we have to advance our first agenda. I hope everything's okay. Spatial Stirring. If there are 3 cards in the traitor deck, a vibration ripples through the air, not physically harming you, but changing the atmosphere ever so slightly. Without your interference, this will likely be the mere beginning of something far worse. Move this card next to the agenda deck. While it is next to the agenda deck, it gains Forced. When an investigator would discard any number of cards from their deck, discard an additional card.
Luckily from deck, not hand.
Correct. Very, very lucky. Yeah, I would agree with that. So we'll leave that there as a reminder, and we'll try to remember if anything forces us to discard cards from our deck, then it's worse. Agenda 2A, Schism in Secret. Even though a war is commencing in the very halls of the Grand Lodge, the Freemasons are still uncooperative and suspicious of you. Is it because of their adherence to tradition, or are they attempting to hide their own betrayals? It's got the same forced effect, and it's got 5 doom, which means that we are free to draw encounter cards. Yay!
Yay! Let's see what else happens at this grand staircase.
Go,
First
Daisy!
A sleeper ancient. Oh, hello.
Wow, this is a very attractive man.
Humanoid conspirator cultist 342. Ow. Spawn. Any connecting location empty if possible. Hunter. Forced. After sleeper agent enters a location, each investigator at that location chooses and discards a card from his or her hand. So empty location would be Broad Street or the upper grand staircase.
Yeah, I did double check as well. The assets don't count for the purposes of empty. So it could also be the banqueting hall or the temple offices, depending on where you think is the best place.
It's gonna hunt, so if I put it in the grand banqueting hall, it's gonna hunt to me.
Mm-hmm. No, put it upstairs. I'm gonna deal with this sucker at some point.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh my god. My name is Inigo Montoya.
I am asleep right now, but when I wake up,
prepare to die. Let's get the pendant of the queen. Oh, yes, of course. And so, a sleeper agent, someone who is working for the conspiracy, has noticed all of the dead bodies and is beginning to awaken. Impossible perspective again. Test will 3. If you fail, take a horror, put it into play in your threat area. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 2. We'll say as well, Flower, the tokens have been okay. A little bit of unfortunate failing here on my front, but not too bad.
Better.
Yeah. Is the frame of the Masonic temple different? Masonic temple. Which one? You'll have to let me know. Oh, this one here? I don't know. That said, yeah, let's party. 3 to 3. I unfortunately can't do anything about it, so I'm just going to take this. Oh, to the right of Daisy. The staircase, this is the grand banqueting hall to the right here. I mean, there are a number of halls within this temple, so here we go. I'm just going to take this test while I await. Is there something I couldn't commit cards during? No, that was a different treachery. Anyway, 3 to 3. Fail. Okay, cool, Flower. I'll take a horror. I'll put it on me. I'm not happy about it. And now the impossible perspective continues to warp Joe's mind. So my maximum hand size is now 4. But it's okay. I'm not, I'm still not dead. So at least there's that.
That you've been drawing those instead of me.
Seriously. I'm okay with it. I'm just keeping my hands nice and small. And we're back around to the investigation phase.
Yeah.
So, Hera, we've got possibilities, we've got thoughts. Do you have a sense of what you want to do? We're looking to get 6 clues so that we can unmask one of the traitors and hopefully go and deal with them.
Yep. Basically, I'm gonna go to the temple offices, and I do have a plan. So.
Okay. I think I'm also going to try to clear the clues here at Corinthian Hall as best I can, just to try to get us the victory point, get us the clues, yada yada. But yeah, so...
Yeah? You know what's fun?
What's fun?
Well, Essence of the Dream comes to hand, and then drawing cards is fun.
In a card game? How dare you?
So once again, Daisy reads the scroll of prophecies.
What the heck, dude? Wee. I'm sure there's something that we're on the hunt for here.
Oh, I'm not hunting really, but yes, and discard card. So, Essence of the Dream.
Free card to discard. It's true, and it was not a card from your deck, so it was from your hand, which is fine, which is good.
Yeah.
Joestar. Yes.
11 cards. Okay. Then Daisy is gonna consult the cryptic writings.
Of the Scroll of Prophecies, naturally.
Yeah. Which means I have 10 or more cards in my hand and I get 4 resources.
Very good. Very good.
Oh,
Daisy. Look at all these cards.
For one of those resources, let's take out the Bottle of Absinthe.
Oh!
Oh, I need to update that.
Oh, yep. Sorry, yep. And you did? Sorry, yes, I just changed the, I forgot. My apologies.
Last action. I kind of want to move to the temple offices, but I also can do that, and then I can do that.
You have many possibilities, Daisy. It's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my next turn. It's gonna be a thing. Yeah, let's do it. The research librarian takes a lot of Daisy's books and shuffles off as the lab assistant comes with the strange solution, perhaps.
Which is, as we've discovered, mostly absinthe.
Yeah, it's mostly absinthe.
Mostly.
So, when lab assistant comes into play, maximum hand size is increased by 2 and draw 2 cards. Okay.
I don't think you're too mad about it.
Yeah, that's okay. Cool.
All right. Absolutely wild. Daisy has hands that Joe could only dream of. Old Joe Four Fingers here, looking at Daisy's polydactyl or whatever. It's just horrible. I love it. Oh boy.
That's me.
Sorry, Crosshair, go ahead.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Meanwhile, whilst Daisy consults her cryptic writings, gets her test tube of mostly absinthe from her lab assistant, upstairs, and Joe is looking to perhaps interview the secretary, try to discover if the secretary's control of information is only his job or is indeed part of a grander conspiracy. As my first action, I'm going to play Scene of the Crime. There's no enemy at this location, so it's just a zero-cost discover a clue, which I will do. No problem. Then, fast, I'm going to play a magnifying glass. And just to count it up here, I have... Well, actually, so weirdly enough, I don't have a lot of fingers, but Joe does weirdly have a lot of hands. They're just full. His 2 hands are full of gun, which are the free hands given by the bandolier. He's also got 2 tool slots, 2 magnifying glasses, which don't take up any hands, and his regular hand has a dissection tool in it. So stupid. He's got 6 hands. 2 have gun, 2 have tool, and 2 have anything. It's just wild.
And
So
dog.
my hands don't have information in them. They have they have things. Which is a good time. Then, second action, I'm going to investigate the Corinthian Hall. It's got 5 shrouds. I have 6 intellect while investigating because of the... good question, Flower. Detective Colts 1911. Up to 2 tool assets you control do not take up hand slots. Which is very nice for Joe. So he's got some additional hand slots for tools. I've got 6 intellect investigating the hall. I'm going to commit a deduction to try to deduce whether Paul Kellerman's actions have been suspicious or not. Deduction adds an intellect icon. Corinthian Hall says books count as 2 matching icons. So that puts me up at 8 to 5. 4, 5, 6 from the mag glasses, 2 from deduction, 8 to 5. We're going to investigate. Occultist, which is -2.
Don't you start, Flower.
Don't you? You know what happened last time, Flower. And deduction reveals 2 clues. So we're up to 4. And last action, I think I'm just going to try investigating again, although I'm only up 1, but it's something. I also have Pendant of the Queen. I could use...
So you could... You could get 1 clue, then use the pendant, and then use a fast action.
Yeah, I could... That's right, I could use the pendant to evade the sleeper agent so that he doesn't hunt.
Oh, yeah, as well.
I'm wondering if that's the best bet here. Because, of course, I also want this clue, and I just don't trust myself to be able to get it right away. But I don't know, it's not going too badly, right?
Yeah, if you get the clue, then you're free to deal with the sleeper agent, but you do have to discard your card if he enters.
Oh, you're right. And I would rather not that happen. So I think... Yeah, because my plan then would be to go to his location and try to kill him. If I can get this clue. So I think what I'm going to do is evade him with the Pendant of the Queen. Seems a bit intense, but I think that's no bad thing. So then last action, I will investigate. 6 to 5 in the Corinthian Hall. I can't commit anything, so I just have to go for it. Yes! Nice. Okay. Joe has managed to clear off the Corinthian Hall. He's got his suspicions of Paul Kellerman. He's managed to sort of basically call the secretary out of his office so that he could then loop back around and rifle through his filing cabinet, find some information.
Oh, right, only 5 clues. Well,
not quite enough, but that's okay. That brings me to the end of my turn, which means that's it. So, enemy phase, there are no ready enemies, which means we go straight...
Luther can move if you want, so...
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think I'm going to leave this location to deal with the sleeper, so we can leave him here. I don't mind.
Yep.
So then it goes to keep.
Keep, okay.
Excellent. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. Boom. And the sleeper agent readies as well.
Shame that I drew those together.
Isn't that how it always goes, Crosshair?
Yeah.
The turtle! He's turtling!
I'm gonna rotate my deck soon.
True.
That's the thing. What do I need?
Not cards. I'm just being silly.
I do. I need more cards.
You don't. You do not. You have a max hand size of 10, which is huge, but you know.
Yeah.
absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw glimpse away, and then I need to... I'll throw parallel fates away. It's
Okay.
not really useful right now, so...
I mean, this has been Daisy's whole thing, right? Is like accumulating as much knowledge as possible, but then noting that not all knowledge is useful in the moment, right? And just sort of thinking, okay, what do I need right now, kind of thing. We go to 1 out of 5 doom on our second agenda as they attempt desperately to get enough information out of the various temple leaders to find the traitors. 1 out of 5 doom.
Okay then. Let's see what happens in phase 2. Lucid Worshipper.
Here.
Yeah, humanoid cultist hunter. 333. It's all threes. First, while you are engaged with Lucid Worshipper and any amount of non-weakness cards enter your discard pile, remove one of those cards from the game. First, after Lucid Worshipper attacks you, discard the top card of your deck.
I love the art on this, though. Hey, this is awesome.
Anyway, it goes on me, but while you are engaged with Lucid Worshipper and any amount of non-weakness cards enter your discard pile. Oh, right, so when any cards go into discard.
Yeah, while you're engaged with it. Committing cards to skill tests, playing cards, whatever. Remove one of them from the game. Oh my god, it's just devouring your knowledge, I guess.
Yeah.
I have the ability to help you as well, if necessary.
Right.
But I'll just point out that yes, Flower is correct. The bandolier should be the beat cop, but is not. Just a nice little bandolier. I will draw my encounter card here up in the Corinthian Hall. Joe is eyeing the sleeper agent. As I draw another sleeper agent who spawns at a connecting location, empty if possible, and another hunter. Very bad news for good old Joe. Looks like we're gonna need to beat some people up. Yeah, really, we're gonna have to beat some people up. Oh boy. Oh god. So as the kind of investigation continues, it would appear that the various sleeper agents in the Masons are being awoken. Oh, shortcut. Nice. That is good. How many people have you killed? So many people.
Attacks of opportunity count as attacks, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I take an attack of opportunity, Lucid Worshipper attacks me and I discard the top card of my deck.
+1 because of the forced effect on the agenda as well. Or the next to the agenda deck. That thing.
Oh.
And then they enter your discard pile, right? Which is also
one of them has to be removed from the game. Yeah.
Let's see. Essence of the Dream you're gonna have. I have the Pendant of the Queen, which might help.
I'm engaged with an enemy, so I can Essence of the Dream into a 6 evade.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's no bad thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Is that the... Yeah, so, well, I guess we need to decide who's going first is the question, but...
Yeah, right. We're you do have something to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of things to deal with, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it might be that Luther has to join you next round.
I think so. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, these sleeper agents.
But yeah,
are really...
I could.
Sorry.
I could start.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Sense of the Dream into hand. Oh, the game didn't want to add a card to my hand.
The hand's too big. It was like, oh, you can't want another one, can you?
11 cards is not enough. So I'm just gonna try to evade the lucid worshipper.
Yeah, they're big, Flower. That's why they're asleep. They've been resting.
Essence of the dream goes into this test, of course. That would be 6 against 3. Do I have something to add to that? That I don't need, that is.
It'd be really nice if the enemies just, were removed from the game. That would be nice. I'd appreciate that. But they're not. Tragic.
Yeah, I'm gonna commit incense.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Actually, not gonna commit anything.
Although, unless you
Yes.
don't mind losing it, of course. But maybe that's not as good.
Yeah, actually, it does come back next game, so...
Yeah. Removed from the game, of course, means from this game, not from the entire kind of campaign.
So, I don't need the movement stone at the moment. I don't think so.
Dusty that movement stone is.
So, that's 8 against 3. So,
Yeah. Good shout. Phew.
hey buddy.
Thank you, Flower. That is correct as well. TT, yeah. So, as opposed to some card games in which you just run out of deck and that's it, you deck yourself, maybe you lose, maybe that's just all you've got. In Arkham, you take a horror, reshuffle your deck. If you try to draw from an empty deck, that is the effect. So, it prevents it from being, an infinite kind of thing. Although a horror is not that bad. Anyway, sorry, Crosshair. So evaded. Excellent.
Move to the temple offices. Yes? Yes.
Bon.
And then I have one action left. So, as a free action, let's draw some cards.
What are you doing with all these cards? There's just so many.
I don't know.
I love it. Whee!
And then I discard one. Oh. Oh, it's any. Yeah, it's any.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because I'm brewing something nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw away. I've got a plan. Cards. Okay. There are 5 clues here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Point.
Actually, I should use the strange solution now.
Okay.
But I do need to get rid of cards also. Actually, yeah. Daisy's gonna turn to her lab assistant to give her the scroll of prophecies, as she asks for her encyclopedia in this office.
Naturally, of course, the encyclopedia would have all sorts of historical information about the Freemasons that might be, useful here.
This is just walking around with a bunch of books, just looking at things, trying not to bother anyone.
Trying not to bother anyone. Just like uncovering a conspiracy. Daisy's like, I don't know. Do I have to? Love it.
Oh dear. I'm gonna rotate soon, but that's fine.
Well, that's the quote-unquote downside to drawing, right? I mean, it's not a downside at all, but it does mean everything goes back in, which is no bad thing, necessarily.
Yeah, typically my deck would take like 25 turns with the forced learning to go through, but I happened to go through my deck in, 6 turns.
6. Yeah. Yeah, I mean you've been that's the majority of, right? Daisy's I think moved twice. Killed one enemy. Which is good, obviously. Evaded an enemy.
And then drawn.
Drawn a
Most
deck's
of
worth
the-
of cards, yeah. Just
Yep.
incredible.
Yep.
Joe has found some information, but unfortunately he realizes he's going to need some time to deal with it. He's going to need some time to evaluate, who the various people are. I think I'm going to shortcut. No, I'm going to do something first here. Having dealt with the geometer up here at the Corinthian Hall, and having found everything he can from the offices of Paul Kellerman, Joe gonna take a quick second to reload his Colts, which is very, very useful here, I think. Joe is gonna make sure he's got all the bullets he needs, because he can tell there are people who are involved in this conspiracy which are not going to wait around for him to investigate before trying to take him down. But a small map of the halls led to a secret passage, and I'm going to shortcut into the Renaissance Hall. If it is Act 1, we cannot enter the Renaissance Hall. That's fine. Perhaps the grandest of the ceremonial halls, it gives the appearance of a church within a church. The Renaissance Hall, it says, the masterful Italian architecture is brimming with symbols, imagery, and icons that could all point to a deeper secret or two. It's also 5 shroud, 4 clues, victory 1, and it's got similar text on it. Intellect icons count as 2 matching icons when you commit them for investigating, and willpower count as matching as well. Here in the Renaissance Hall are a few men milling about, talking, discussing. Hector Sutton, the Deputy Grand Master, is a man of action and ambition, but also an intellectual. These qualities could make him a very dangerous potential foe. Maximum hand size reduced by 2, so I currently have a maximum hand size of 2. In stark contrast to Daisy, Where's All My Books, Walker. But the other person that Hector is talking to is a man who turns around and, upon seeing Joe, twitches strangely and starts to make his way towards him. Joe's going to basically try to lead him around a corner and then pop a couple of bullets off through a pillow, trying to silence them. I'm going to try to kill this sleeper agent. I have 5 combat. Oh, yes, tell me, sorry.
I know we have 45 minutes left. About or so. I'm gonna take a quick break while you do this turn.
I actually also need one as well, Crosshair, so that's cool.
Right.
Let's take one right now before I shoot my shots, if that's okay. Sound good?
Yeah, that works too.
Cool. I've got the bullets are ready to go. We're gonna take a quick break and be right back for the remainder of Doomed. See you in a quick sec. Hello, welcome back to Doomed. I'm very disappointed in all of you for putting random things in the chaos bag. I hope it's little coins, or perhaps little love notes. Welcome back to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Welcome back. I am absolutely devastated by the amount of enemies who continue to be on the board. Joe is trying to clean them all up, but it is getting to be nigh impossible to do. But with his extra ammunition, I'm going to see if I can take out this sleeper agent here. At least that would be nice. I will try to shoot him with the Colt. Right? While Crosshair is just returning here. We took a shortcut in. We're going to try to shoot this guy. I have 5 combat, 6 with the Colt, so it's 6-3. Skull, -1. That's a success. 2 damage. Goes on the sleeper agent. He's trying to basically shoot through the pillow as a silencer to not spook Hector Sutton. Love notes. That's weird. I can't pronounce any of the words in this love note. Cthulhu patong da. Okay. And then I'm going to go again. 6-3. Bang! Nice. Ya dead, sleeper agent. And I get one more evidence on my dissection tools. Okay. Good. Oh, and it defeated an enemy, so I can put an insight event back on the bottom. It would be nice if I could get... I'm not going to shuffle it, so what would be better here? Scene of the crime is a clue, but I think a move is almost always going to be useful. We do need clues. And it is sometimes 2 clues, so you know what? I'm going to do that instead. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. We're going to need lots of clues. Excuse me. So Joe's still got... Thankfully, he brought some extra ammunition along this time, so at least now he's in a position to have defeated an enemy. Oh, hi, Crosshare. Welcome back.
Hello.
I returned early, so I fired off my 2 shots, pop, pop, and got a skull and a 0. Took out one of the sleeper agents. So at least that is done. At least there's that. And that brings us to the end of the investigation phase. So yeah, we're back in enemies. This is where it's going to get really interesting. Do we need, or do you need Luther Lynch, or should I take Luther Lynch?
You, probably.
Yeah, I think there's something coming towards me, so... Charging up the stairs here, Luther Lynch bursts into the Renaissance Hall, seeing Joe... he doesn't throw himself, but he essentially goes, "Look out!" As another sleeper agent enters the Renaissance Hall. They're all converging on Hector Sutton. Now, whether that's to assassinate him or because he's one of the conspirators, we don't yet know. I think I'm out of music. Yes, I am. I'm going to do that. There we go. So, Hunter's Hunt. The sleeper agent enters a location. I have to choose and discard a card from my hand. Oh, Aragwen, hello! Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
Hello. I have a max hand size of 2, but who cares? I haven't discarded any cards from my deck. Right, the sleeper agent runs into the Renaissance Hall and goes to attack Joe, but just in the nick of time... Oh, actually, I can take a damage. Yeah, I'll take a damage on me. I'll put 1 on the guard dog, which puts 1 on the sleeper agent.
Nice.
So, something, anyway. Yeah. And that takes us to the end of the enemy phase. So, we still have not uncovered any conspirators, but there's clearly a lot of issues afoot here, a lot of enemies, a lot of things happening. And we go to upkeep, ready the Lucid Worshipper, and we do our normal upkeepy stuff.
Yeah, normal.
Ooh. Oh, that's gonna be... That could potentially be very, very nice.
Oh, that system, please.
Great question, TT. On our act here, Smoke 'em Out, it says spend 3 clues per investigator. So there's 2 of us, so 6 clues. As a group, draw the top card of the traitor deck and put it into play. Blah, 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 a bunch of other stuff. So we need 6 clues, which sort of represents our investigations of offices and interviews with people.
I'm also gonna trophy mine away.
Okay.
Just to go down to 10.
Okay. So this brings us back to the mythos phase now. Upstairs, Joe tangling with a couple of sleeper agents who've identified him as a threat. Down below in the offices, Daisy reading her encyclopedia, preparing to hopefully avoid getting attacked by the Worshipper of Doom. We go to 2 out of 5 Doom, and we draw our encounter cards.
Alrighty. Now, don't give me anything that ruins this plan.
I mean, that is how this goes, so...
Wolves among sheep. It's a scheme tactic. Revelation test intellect 3. This test gets +1 difficulty for each traitor enemy in play. If there is a traitor enemy at your location, treat each blah 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 blah. If you fail, take 1 horror. If you fail by 2 or more, place 1 doom on the furthest enemy from your location, which is fine. This is all kinds of fine.
Yeah.
We don't have traitors.
There are no traitors in play at the moment. They're in the traitor deck still. We haven't uncovered them yet.
Right. So it would be a 3-on-3. And doom doesn't matter because it'll go on the sleeper agent.
Who is the furthest enemy from your location? That is true. Excuse me.
So take 1 horror if I fail.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like For Daisy, horror is her middle name.
Daisy Horror Walker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go 3-on-3. Oh, of course.
Too bad, so sad.
Take 1 horror. Okay. So Daisy's eyeing this Ulysses Hill like, there's something off about you.
There is indeed. Oh, yes, and of course I have to also draw an encounter card. Ooh! A hidden card, which goes into my hand.
And chat, don't tell me what it is.
No, it is a thing, that's for sure. But it's got peril and hidden, so it gets added secretly to my hand, and peril means that it cannot be discussed or helped by other investigators. I wonder why. Let's say it's appropriate though.
Daisy, back in her day, met this time traveler of all things, named Leonard Snart. And he used to say, there are 4 steps to every plan. Number 1, make the plan. Number 2, execute the plan. Number 3, expect the plan to go off the rails. And number 4, throw away the plan. Daisy is currently at step number 2, which is execute the plan.
Execute the plan, okay. I mean, I just don't know what this plan is, and I cannot wait. So I'm super happy for you to take a turn and see how it goes.
Okay. So Daisy will read through her encyclopedia as a free action.
Essence of the Dream as well, if you want it.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I figured.
Come on, get in my hand. So I have 7 for my investigation.
Until
7 against... Yeah, 7 against 3 ain't bad.
No, definitely not.
Right, so... Oh, damn.
What?
Oh well. Oh well.
What?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, geez. If it's a small change, you can absolutely make it whatever it is, but if not, then not.
No.
Okay.
No. First action, I should use this. So, 4 resources.
Great. Lots of money. Delicious.
Second action, let's investigate. And throw a deduction into it. So that's 8 against 3 and... Yeah. 8 against 3. Yeah.
Delicious, delightful.
There we go. That's 2 groups.
Daisy's investigations in the offices have now given us enough clues to expose a traitor when we want, not necessarily yet.
Shall we do that again?
Yes, let's go. Absolutely.
Another 8 against 3, and... Actually, I should leave... Yeah. Leave the essence of the dream, just in case.
Yeah, it doesn't leave your hand until you want it to, right? Until you discard it or whatever. So, that's fine.
So, another 8 against 3. There we go.
Delightful. Another 2 clues.
And... Oh, there's still 1 clue there, so... Later.
Yeah, but we've got plenty of clues, and that's what we needed to do, right? This is good. This is very good.
Yeah. Still no absinthe taking, but...
No, and it is a little scary, but the lab assistant exists, which is good.
Yeah.
So that's no bad thing. I think, though, I will say something that, unless you don't want me to, I think I'm going to use the Pendant of the Queen to, stop that lucid worshipper in its tracks. It looks pretty horrible, and I don't want it to have to, come and get Daisy and be all scary and stuff.
Yeah, because... It basically tank the damage still, but...
Yeah, it's more so like it would attack you, you'd discard 2 cards off the top of your deck, and then they would enter your discard pile, one of them gets removed from the game. Like, it's a whole thing, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to lock it down when I can, but for now, Joe's got something else that needs to be done. Up here at the Renaissance Hall, I'm going to fast, work a hunch, pick up a clue, just to, that's... Hey, that's 1 more clue. 1 more thing we need.
We have 10 clues.
Yes, currently. We've definitely got enough to expose a traitor, although there's never going to be a good time, because there's always going to be enemies on board here, but what I'm going to do is punch the sleeper agent and then try to finish him off. That's the plan. And then I will eventually make my way to the lucid worshipper and try to deal with him as well.
Daisy might go hunting for clues at the other places.
Yeah. That's no bad thing either. Okay, yeah, Joe's going to try to punch this guy. 5 to 3. Let's do it. Let's just punch. Punch away! Excellent. That's another damage. Joe's tangling with this guy as Luther kind of tries to get a few sword swings in and then goes off to distract Hector. Just so Hector Sutton, just in case he isn't a traitor, doesn't suspect all of the damage that's being done. That was 1 action. Second action, I'm going to shoot with the Colts to try to finish this guy off. 6 to 3. We're going to blast him. Oh, tablets. -2. Awesome. Okay. Phew. That's 2 damage. Sleeper agent. The man who has been trying to destroy Joe collapses into a pile. Yeah, exactly, Aragorn. We're blasting. So I started blasting. Joe is like all ready to deal with everything that needs doing.
Oh yeah, section tools, triggers, but
yeah, I can. Well, there is. Yeah, just as a fun sort of thing. There's cards that came out recently-ish that do allow you to do stuff with evidence, and it doesn't say you can have max 3 evidence. So I could put more evidence on, but it doesn't really do anything to me. I guess I could do it as like this is how many people I've killed, which is what I'm going to start doing. And then
Leo approves.
Yeah, I bet he does. Last action, I'm going to move. I'm going to try to get towards the Lucid Worshipper to deal with him. If that works for you, Crosshair.
Yep, you have Luther as a tank as well, so...
That's right. Start... Ooh, is this right? Because I have reaction, move to another copy of Grand Staircase. Do I want to move in there? Just thinking.
Oh yeah, the Lucid Worshipper doesn't attack you when he readies, so...
No, it's true. But I have a card that I want to play. And the problem, of course, is that he'll then be ready, and I don't want to, you know... Is that the right thing to do, though? Because otherwise I'd have to just sit here. Oh, no, I don't want to stay there anyway. Yes, so you're right. I'm going to move, and I'm going to use the staircase to... Whoops, sorry. Make my way down to the first floor, where someone studying the strange symbols left on the floor by the Geomancer begins to shift and twist, much as the architecture of the Masonic Temple itself. That was my last action. Good. So then that is us. We're ready to start uncovering those traitors, finally. Enemy phase. I will take Luther to my location, if that's all right with you.
Yep.
Okay. And then upkeep. Yeah, we upkeep.
Did it add a horror? Yes, it did. Yeah.
I don't... I can't remember now if you were 3-3 or 3-4 before. I remember last game when you rotated your deck, it didn't.
Yeah. Well,
No?
all the same.
Yeah. You've got that.
I do have to... Yeah. Let's throw Power Bird up again. It'll come in useful one day.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm sure there's a point at which it will be, for sure. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I need to check something. Yes, I have to reveal something to you, Crosshair, so I'll show you. Joe is a definite threat. The reason I'm revealing it, when you enter a cultist's enemy's location, reveal it and place a doom on that enemy. Which I will do.
That was the definite threat.
I am the definite threat.
Well, it's only 3, so...
Yeah, exactly. Well, about to be 4. We go to... Yeah, am I right?
No doom, please.
Go to Mythos phase, yes. So we put another doom...
Yeah.
Or, sorry, yes, you've done your upkeep, yeah. We go to 3 out of 5 doom, but there's 1 on the Lucid Worshipper who engages Joe. And... Oh god, yeah, we really need to start revealing them traitors. And we go to the Mythos phase.
Alrighty, let's see if the temple officers have any more surprises.
Always and forever.
Bulbamon ship. Chepe. Traitor enemies, no traitors in play, I don't think.
Not currently, no.
I want to take another horror. Getting a bit dicey, but not too much.
Got that library assistant as well, or lab assistant. Sorry, not library assistant.
Oh, right. Yeah, she can take 1 horror. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just go 3 to 3. Actually, this is the... There's nothing stopping us from using cards in the mythos phase.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember where that
Oh.
card was, but I remember it existing, yeah.
Essence of the Dream, then.
Yeah, why not?
5 against 3.
The true horror was unpaid overtime.
Ooh.
There you go, see? Perfect. Phew.
Perfect use of... Ooh. Okay.
Wolves among sheep, indeed, Daisy. And Joe... Oh! Joe's also dealing with some wolves among sheep. I mean, he's watching someone literally transform into a monster before his eyes. This impossible perspective is... I don't know. Starting to frighten him. I'm also testing Willpower 3. Yeah. Yep. If I commit a card to this, I would have to remove it from the game. Although, I mean, I'm probably not going to pass anyway. So I think it's okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna test this. Ooh! Okay, Joe. No wolves among sheep today. I think this is telling us something very important. +1. You may move an insight event from your discard pile to the bottom of your hunch deck. I think I will, because I've been rotating through these guys all game, which I'm loving. Good job, Joe. So, that's it. Nice. No wolves among sheep here. Investigation phase. I will reveal the top card of my hunch deck. Very good. Very good. I'll take it. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's not it, of course. But what are your thoughts, Crosshair? What are you thinking?
I have a couple of options.
Yes, we could spend 6 clues and draw the top card of the traitor deck. That makes everything much worse, but that is something we could do.
What does it do? Does it advance? No. Oh, yeah, but if it leaves play, you must advance. I guess we could, because that might affect how we are gonna do our turn.
Yeah, I mean, in the sense of, because my question, of course, is like, always, like, we're here in the Masonic Temple to find out who the traitors are, because otherwise, I feel like if left to our own devices, I would fight enemies forever, and you would draw cards and get clues forever, and then where would we be?
Yeah. And I'm in a good spot to... If it happens to be that Ulysses is the traitor and attacks me, I should be able to handle it.
Okay, cool.
But before we do that, I guess I should start.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case.
You get Essence of the Dream as well.
Oh,
you start your turn. Right. I always want you to have that Essence of the Dream. It's very important.
Oh, right. Well, let's just spend the clues, and then I'll know what to do.
Okay, you were maybe thinking of healing, or I wasn't sure what you were doing before. Okay, but you want to spend first.
Thinking of healing, but I think I'm good anyway. So,
okay. Is it useful for you to keep a couple of clues for any reason, or okay?
Yeah.
All right.
A couple of clues, but I'll spend. I can spend 3 of them.
Okay, I'll spend 3 as well. I don't really have any use for clues, but they all kind of go to the same place anyway. All right, it's the beginning of the investigation phase when we are free trigger, spending 6 clues. Draw the top card of the traitor deck, put it into play at the location of the story asset with the same name, flip that story asset, and resolve the text on the other side. Here it comes.
Who is it?
Hector Sutton, the profane thief. He was! Oh, the whole time! That's why the sleeper agents were there. I will... So he goes into play at the Renaissance Hall, but I will flip Hector Sutton over and read the story on the back of him. The traitorous deputy master. Hector Sutton's eyes scan around you as if focusing on something that did not exist in this reality. He cracks his cane on a nearby pillar, and the world seems to fold together at that point, shortening space. Your brain rejects what it sees, but the man is ready to slow you down, personally. Move this card next to the agenda deck. Forced. At the end of the round, place a resource on this card from the token bank. If there are 2 resources on this card, remove Hector Sutton and this card from the game. So he's summoning some sort of portal, I guess. And at the end of every round, he's going to... we're going to place a resource on it, and then once there's 2, he disappears from the game.
Yeah, which would advance the
act. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. And if there's doom on it, it goes into the agenda.
Correct. Let's have a look at Hector, shall we? He's a 3/4/3 humanoid conspirator, cultist, traitor, elite. Incredible. Hunter, aloof. Hector Sutton's location and each connecting location gain non-Euclidean. So if you move out of them, something happens. Look at the top card of your deck. If it is not a weakness, remove it from the game. Ooh, he's draining our mental and physical energies with his portal that he's summoning. Well. Very interesting.
We have...
Yeah.
Yeah, basically 2 turns before he leaves.
Yeah, he's going to hunt. At least he's going to hunt towards us. So, that's something.
Oh, right. And if I move, for example, to the Grand Staircase, then I can move to the Grand Staircase.
That's true. You absolutely can, yeah. This has been the spending of 6 clues to unveil one of the traitors, Hector Sutton. But it's still your turn. I guess actually we didn't necessarily start anyone's turn. If we...
Yeah, technically. Yes, I do have a couple of options. I might have to think about it if you want to take your turn.
Yeah, no, definitely, because I think the Lucid Worshipper is something I need to deal with. The Lucifer Worshipper. This is, of course, the cultist that is currently dealing with the strange symbols in the staircase and is beginning to chant and hum and transform in front of Joe's very eyes. Now, let's think about this for a second. What I wanted to do, and I will show people in the chat, is use these. That would be cool. But I don't have the actions. I don't want to take an attack of opportunity. I just want to knock this guy out. Although...
The other option is that I take my turn and come deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want.
I have a way of dealing with it, so...
Yeah, if that way would be more usefully spent on Hector, then I leave the choice to you.
Oh, yeah.
But no, but honestly, this guy needs to die too, so
if I deal with it with the Lucid Worshipper, then you can go deal with Hector.
I can start that process, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's kind of the same amount of actions. No, you're closer.
A little bit, you're right. Hey, look, that Lucid Worshipper took one of your stones, so I think you probably want to take him out too.
There's only one thing that's an issue, and it is that I might hit you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the life we live.
Yeah. Worst case, I give you some absinthe.
Yeah, true.
Reaction. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Tome action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's spend a secret and add 2 to fight.
All right.
First real action. Spend a resource and grab the other bottle of absinthe.
Ooh, what is this? The other bottle of absinthe.
Yeah, that's a fighting absinthe, while the other one is more of a chilling absinthe.
Oh, I see. A drinking versus a acid. Hi, reading aloud. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to mix those two together.
No, famously not. Yeah. That's very good, Crosshair. Very nice.
Second action is to... Well, I'm gonna leave a clue, but there's no victory here anyway.
I think that's totally fine.
And move up to the staircase. Hello, Joe. Hello, Luther. Hello, Lucid.
It's just kind of groaning and... Yeah.
Have you met Acid? Excuse me? And throws a bottle of acid at them.
Awful.
Yeah. Spend 1 supply, fight. Attack with a base skill of 6. This attack deals +2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So my base skill is 6 plus the 2 from the encyclopedia.
The encyclopedia of using acidic weapons against enemies. Yeah, so using their weaknesses against them. Yeah.
8 against 3.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Thank you. So Daisy walks in, notices Joe tussling with this lucid worshipper, asks her lab assistant to hand her the darker green bottle of absinthe, and tosses it at the lucid worshipper, who basically does a Wizard of the Oz. I'm melting.
I was getting real Temple of Doom. No, which one? Shoot, the Last Crusade maybe. Anyway, I'm getting Indiana Jones vibes too.
It's the Ark of the Covenant.
Yes,
stuff.
it is. That's right. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I mean, he just melts away. Then we get the Doom back, which is nice as well. Delicious.
Oh yeah, we don't advance.
Even better.
There was nothing.
Lost Ark. Thanks. Reading.
Yeah, that was Daisy.
Play move acid.
Yeah. Play move acid.
As you do. Okay, well, Joe is now like, I mean, he's not necessarily sort of scratching his. He's not necessarily thinking about what he needs to do, but I do think.
You do have to get after Hector.
I do have to get after Hector. That's true. I think, though, it's going to be important for Joe to remove the fact that he is a definite threat. It would contribute doom, and I'm not feeling it.
And it would have advanced the act.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. So I'm just gonna get that out of there. Joe is essentially, they've now got enough blood on their hands here, but they've managed to expose part of the conspiracy in the Masonic Temple. I have a shortcut. I have one action. I have guns, etc. What does Hector do? Hector's location and connecting locations gain non-Euclidean. And he's a hunter. So, if I move up to the staircase, he's going to hunt towards me. And then he'll be at my location, which is pretty good.
It does mean horror and damage, but...
Well, he's aloof, though.
Oh, right.
Nice. So I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to shortcut up to the staircase. I mean, Joe's been up and down these stairs enough times now. He knows the exact kind of pattern of the grooves of the stairs that allow him to get up there quickly. And then I have an action remaining. I don't want to leave this location because it's non-Euclidean now. So instead, I could draw a card. I could take a resource. I could play a card. And I think I'm going to play a card. This would be cool, but it's unfortunately not going to be useful for Hector, but it will be a thing later, I imagine this is going to be useful. Got his handcuffs ready for whoever comes for him. Okay. That's it. That's us.
That is us.
Whoops, wrong button. Enemy phase. Luther.
Yeah, you might want to take it.
Yeah, he's here. Well, he's ready to take... I mean, he's now seen what Hector has done and is now fully on the side of Joe and Daisy, defending the Masonic Order against these interlopers. He's a hunter, so he hunts in, but he's aloof, so he does not automatically engage us, and he does not... I'll have to deal with him next turn, hopefully. But we go to upkeep. I will place a resource on Hector Sutton's story card. Ooh. So I have basically 1 turn to take this guy out. But the hope is that's going to be okay.
I'm gonna... Sorry, Wycliffe, but I'm not gonna use your ring.
Bye, Mr. Ring. Mythos phase. 4 out of 5 doom. I think we have time to deal with our first traitor, Crosshare, before we call it a long session here, but I think we have time to do another investigation phase after this, Mythos.
Yeah, we have bit of ways to go still.
Yes, I would agree with that. But so my thought is the Mythos phase, and then investigation we have to deal with Hector one way or the other. So it'll be cool to get
It'll
that
happen.
done. Exactly. Oh, engage. Yeah, okay.
Mythos.
That's right. Yeah,
So
we go
let's
to
see
4.
if the
Sorry.
Grand Staircase has anything else in store.
Always and forever.
Corner threat. Attach corner threat to a cultist enemy in play. Cultist? Yes, it is.
He's cornered. Having moved into the stairwell, Hector discovers that he's in fact cornered by multiple people on all sides.
First, after an investigator engages or becomes engaged with the attached enemy makes an immediate attack.
Okay. Not the biggest deal in the world, but it can be agilitied. Test agility 3. If you succeed, discard cornered rat. It can be performed by investigators at connecting locations as well.
Oh, true.
As well. But not the worst thing in the world. And yeah.
Luther is there to tank stuff.
Exactly.
Also.
Audio Gunner, thank you so much. Wonderful to have you with us. Thank you. Have a good weekend. So he's a cornered rat, but rats sometimes bite when they're cornered. And of course, Joe's been watching geomancers paint sigils all over. Attach hyperbolic sigils to the location with the highest shroud that does not have a hyperbolic sigils attached. So it's going to be one of the Renaissance or Corinthians halls. I'll finish reading it before I decide.
Yeah.
Attached location gains non-Euclidean. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a weakness, draw it. Otherwise, discard it. Then there's
I think the...
I'm gonna stick it up there where we don't need to go right now, hopefully. The sigils being painted by the geomancers and the other sleeper agents and so on begin to glow with power as Hector summons something.
Oh, right. Yeah, you added the Hector thing.
Yes, I did.
I guess you should go first, because if you are engaged, then I can come throw some acid in his face if need be.
If need be. Yes, my plan is to have Joe... I mean, Joe is like getting pretty beat up and he's like shot a lot of guys already, but the plan is to try to deal with our good friend Hector Sutton as quickly as possible. So, first action, I am going to engage Hector, which is fine, not a huge deal. Because he's a cornered rat, I'll take an attack, but exactly, I'll put the damage on the guard dog, which puts the damage on Hector Sutton, and I'll put the horror on myself. Yeah, I have 7 sanity, it's okay. This theorist here, this deputy Grand Master, he's been working his way up in the ranks of the Masonic Order to try to uncover its strange secrets, and he begins to chant as something is forming behind him. Second action, we're going to shoot him. Crosshair, that's the plan. Joe is going to rush up the stairs as Luther creates a distraction. I'm going to fire a bullet, which makes me 5, 6 to 3, 7 with Vicious Blow for a potential 3 damage. This is going to be a really brutal attack if it goes off. 7 to 3, I'm going to try to absolutely destroy Hector Sutton here. Joe grits his teeth and fires his Colt. Yes. Delicious. +1 damage from the Colts. +1 from the vicious blow. 3 damage takes him up to 4. He goes in the victory display. Hector Sutton, I mean, not to be too gross about it, but as his brains are emptied all over the floor of the staircase, and he sinks down, Joe breathes out a big sigh of relief. If a traitor enemy leaves play, you must immediately advance.
All clues go away.
Oh no! I hope not. Act 2B, 1 down. If the act advanced because a traitor enemy was defeated, the man collapses, but one last expression of accomplishment lingers on his face before he expires. These traitors are fanatically devoted to their cause, to the point where death means nothing to them. Worse yet, the temple is still rife with saboteurs, which can only mean that there is at least one more traitor commanding them. In your campaign log, under Cultists Killed, record the name of the enemy that was defeated. Remove the corresponding story card from the game. So, Hector Sutton, the, can't remember what the word is that they use, the profane theorist, is defeated, dead, and his story card is removed from the game. Oh, of course, TT, you're right, we can mount his head, if necessary. And I'll read Act 3A, next in line. 1 traitor has surfaced, but how many more remain? Free trigger, spend 6 clues, draw the top card of the traitor deck, yada yada yada. And then the same objective, if a traitor enemy leaves play, immediately advance.
6 clues.
6 clues. Joe has an action left.
Might I suggest... Well, Renaissance Hall has victory, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you might want to move to me if you want to heal up.
Yeah, healing's no bad thing, that's for sure. I mean, what I really need is, like, more bullet, more sword, more knife, more gun. But it's something anyway. So I think having healing won't be a bad idea. I'll move to you. And then I will, at the end of my turn... the end of the... oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, that's me. So I've moved back to Daisy. Wiping the brains of Hector off, Joe kind of nods like, we got one, you know?
I have an encyclopedia used before I do something else. Oh,
you don't have to, right? As well.
Yeah, but I don't have the free action to use on anything else, so...
Right, it uses a secret, is all. I guess it depends on what you want to do with it.
I'm gonna throw it away.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, that's why I'm thinking, like, where do I put the 2 action? But I could add to my fight, but I have the Essence of the Dream, so I don't really need it.
Yeah, so, I mean, well, if you're going to discard it anyway... Because this is the other thing, right? If you're playing a tome, you could keep your free tome action and use it on a tome. I don't know what you're playing.
Yeah, but I'm not playing a tome.
I see. Okay, so then I leave it to you.
If I want to heal people, so that's why. I'm gonna add to my agility.
Okay. Last to the end of the investigation phase.
Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that was kind of my...
Yeah. So, am I gonna do anything else? Let's count. I'm gonna play that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna play...
We need 2 more clues in order to get another traitor out. I think the Renaissance Hall is a good place to go, but there's the other rooms that we haven't been into as well.
Yeah, you don't need health, basically.
I don't need health. It wouldn't be bad to have. Horror would be nice, but that's okay too.
But there's nothing here that I can really use any skills on, so... Yeah. I'm just gonna throw the encyclopedia away. This might be a waste, but oh well.
Depends on what you're replacing it with, I suppose.
An ancient stone.
Oh.
Giving the lab assistant the book to carry around again. Let's actually... better if it's this one.
So the ancient stone Minds in Harmony allows you to, when you draw any number of cards, spend that many secrets, so this could be during upkeep, this could be whenever, to heal that much horror from a card at your location, be it an investigator or an ally or whatever.
Quite. So, yeah, Daisy just takes one of her ancient stones and starts looking at it like...
Oh. It's obviously mysterious enough that it disconnected you. We'll get you back momentarily.
Oh, right. But yeah, Daisy is just... figuring out that the stone has some restorative mental ability.
Yeah, definitely.
Has a calming effect on the people. If I can connect to the game.
Yeah, did you have a sense of what the other actions were going to be on this turn? I guess you have to probably be looking at it before to know, I imagine.
Yeah, I have a couple of options, but it's not finding the game. I have to relaunch.
I can maybe just invite you here. Oh no, I don't have you online.
No need.
Okay.
Yeah, no need. I'm just gonna relaunch the game.
That's fine. We'll probably wrap up after the investigation phase, just so that we have enough time before our next stream of the day, Drew Crew. But yeah, there you go. I don't think it's me that's sort of disappeared, but I can also relaunch the game if necessary. It's all saved and stuff.
It's not searching the games.
That's what I meant, is like maybe there's something to do with my server has stopped kind of. Yeah. Because I can also
I'm not no connection to Steam.
Okay. Well, I mean, we do know where we're at in the game as well, Crosshair, if necessary, so no worries.
Yeah, I do have a plan of sorts, but...
Okay. Well, I think that probably reconnecting to exiting Steam and rebooting and whatever, right? Necessary. You're obviously still on the internet because our call hasn't disconnected.
Yeah. Tabletop sim crashed.
That's fine. It's no big deal.
Something happening with Steam, I guess.
These things happen.
And of course it takes 15 years for Steam to actually launch.
Well, I mean, when you've got that many excellent games, it does.
Yeah, because it wants to update itself every time I launch it.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Well, so let me ask you, I mean, just to... Do you feel like... Will there potentially be more steps after this? Because we have basically a couple actions left before the end of the phase for stream today. Like, do you feel like we should leave it? Because you might need a bit more time, or are you good to...
Can you check your Steam if you're offline?
I am invisible, certainly. I don't know if I'm offline or not.
No, I mean like the Steam overlay.
Yeah, it seems good. I mean, I'm still running a game, right? So I don't think... Oh, hang on, I see what you mean. Yeah, the store loads. So I think that's okay.
Yeah, I'm in offline mode for some reason on Steam.
I don't know...
Go online.
Yeah.
Subscriber.
Super Dylan, thank you so much. Look at that.
Thank you.
A lovely... Oh, nom, nom, nom. Eat that popcorn. Weirdness also has no connection to Steam. And Weirdness suggests it might be a Europe thing, which is cool. Super Dylan, we're actually just reaching the end of this stream, but we're dealing with some technical issues on the side. In about 45 minutes, Drew Crew is going to be up over on Elizabeth A. Neal's channel. And you know that we love Drew Crew, which is a good time. But yay, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. It allows me to do all sorts of cool stuff, like keep playing Chants of Sonar back on whatever.
Okay. Steam is down.
Okay. I mean, that happens, right? I'm gonna go ahead and save. That's cool. I mean, we know where we are, right? Like, you marked that you're taken your first action, so we've got 2 actions left in this investigation phase. We'll of course
and
go ahead.
I'm gonna add a note on Discord in the private whispers.
Yes.
So I remember what to do.
No, of course. Yeah, definitely make a note of whatever you wanted to do here. So a bit of an unfortunate kind of technical issue right at the end here, but I have to call the end of the stream anyway because we're a little over time. Thank you all so much for joining us. As I mentioned, we've got Drew Crew coming up in just 45 minutes over on Elizabeth's channel. And tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern, check your time zones, because last week we had daylight savings here in North America. It is Montreal by Moonlight, our Werewolf 5th campaign. Oh my god, actually, yeah, Super Dylan, if you're still here, I don't know if you're, like, caught up / know where we're at, but Werewolf 5th has been amazing so far. We're really loving it over on RPG Clinic. Yep, and eat that goopy food. And that's it. I'm going to call an end to it today. Crosshair, thoughts, feelings about how we've been doing at the Masonic Temple so far?
I think it's going good. We just need to grab a couple of more victory points and get that sweet XP.
Yeah, agreed. A couple more points would be good. Maybe even another conspirator. We'll have to see. I agree, Aragwen. So much fun. Okay, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We'll catch you next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.
Bye.